Set your butane torches to high and your expectations to low. Coming to you from the cigar cave in the hills of the Steel City. Get ready to get your fix. This is the Cigar Junkies Podcast.
Welcome to the Cigar Junkies Podcast,
the cigar show for the community by the community.
a forum that talks stogies, booze, food, and anything else in the cigar lifestyle.
If you're looking for ratings, negativity, or an authority on all things cigars, you came to the wrong place.
Whether you like what you hear or not, please join the conversation and let us know by finding us
At the Cigar Junkies Facebook group.
or contacting us at thecigarjunkies@gmail.com.
What's up, junkies?
I actually changed my mind. If you don't like what you hear, shut the fuck up. That's going to be our motto from now on.
I mean,
No, I'm kidding.
hour is
Tell
a bit
us
strong
about
there.
it now. We're good.
Hour?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Jason, he already answered in the chat, said sounds A-okay, if you were paying attention. No, so obviously, I'm not producing today, which is going to probably create some anxiety for me. Only because we're going to have to develop a vibe when to do things. More expressly in the beginning, we're just going to have to straight out call out like, okay, we're going to do this now because I can't just hit it when I'm ready to, which is fine. It's growing pains, but
I like that he says it's fine, and we both looked at each other like,
it's not
he's
fine.
not fucking fine with
No,
it.
I'm very not fine. So if you're wondering why I'm shaking my head in the beginning of this, it's because when we get our video recording, because there's a delay on it, okay? So that's why we have to wait on that one. But after we hit the other ones, you do them quick in succession because it's less for me to chop off later in post-production. So that's why I'm shaking my head. So anyhow,
Learning.
let's get to the show. Sam, how was your week?
Busy.
Yeah.
Very exhausting and busy.
Did we
but
take a good turn toward the end here? I feel like maybe.
Yes.
Maybe you found the one.
We took a couple good turns. So I got the drawings back from the architect, got them sent off to the plumber, waiting to hear back from him as far as what he thinks, if they're good or not. If he doesn't see any issues, we had a meeting early in the week to go over the first set of drawings we got that were not right. We found a couple issues, sent them back. Architect fixed those issues. Then I sent them to the plumber. So kind of at his mercy now. He's got a schedule to go downtown, submit the drawings, and they actually have to go down there and do it in person. So got to get that set up. But another cool thing is we actually got I spent a lot of time this week working on the website.
Okay.
It still looks like crap, but I wasn't really worried about like getting it aesthetically pleasing. I'm just trying to get the inventory that I have to actually show up show up properly, put in wrapper, binder, filler, kind of basic descriptions and some pictures. So it's much better than it was.
Oh yeah.
And now, like anybody wants to see, you can go to justthetipcigars.com and you can actually see what our actual inventory is. I'm not selling off there yet, but if nothing else, does Sam have this? Go look. It's there. A lot of the search functionality is not right yet, but again, it's not 100% good to go. There's not that many people looking at it to be worried about it. And the couple people that might see it because of me bringing it up here, I just told you it's not 100% good to go. So don't think that that's what it's going to look like when it's done.
And then he told you again that he told you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
we're covered.
I'm covered. I'm good.
We're fucking covered.
Yeah. I don't want to hear your website looks like shit. No crap.
One of these days, the Junkies website will be up too.
Yeah.
I mean, other than just the beta.
Did I tell you
test
it's
or whatever
gone?
It is. Is it? You told me it was going to be gone.
Well, so I just threw it together, which turned out really good.
Oh, I loved it.
It's
I was like, let's
25
go.
minutes. This thing
Let's
actually
go.
came out decent. And I had everything on there that we needed on there. And I just played with it during the free trial. So I go to look at it the other day, and it's gone. Like it's not like they just deactivated it and you can't make it a live wet. No, they deleted everything that I did too. And I was like, bro, that's kind of shitty.
Yeah.
Like
should have just let them charge the account. You know what I mean?
I didn't even like look into payment stuff. We never even got that far.
That's funny because usually they just automatically charge you and you don't even know. You're just like 6 months later, you're like, I feel like I should have like $1,500 more in the bank than I do. You start looking through and you're like, what the fuck is this subscription?
yeah.
Free trial my ass.
But it wasn't like I didn't sign up for the free trial. It just like
It was just
because I bought the domain on that site.
Gotcha.
It was GoDaddy. I bought it on GoDaddy. So they're like, 7-day trial. So I just clicked it and went, and that's all it was you clicked the button and you were in there building.
Yeah, we got to get that back up. I was pretty happy by it. And it's going to make a little bit of our giving out links for shit much less complicated.
Well, it'll make
So look forward to that.
it'll make giving out the links easier, and it'll make sharing between Instagram and Facebook a lot easier. So actually, one of the things I did that you couldn't see it on the website, but I connected the Facebook group to the Instagram via the website. So when you share it to one, you can automatically mention it to the other, and it gave it a course of action to get there. So instead of me having to go into Instagram afterwards and do everything again, because you can't just copy and paste, like had to redo it all. So what's up, Jonesy?
Oh my! It is the Amazon man himself, the fucking shadow in my driveway.
Dude, I smoked one of those Adventura purples today.
Oh yeah,
My God,
old Jonesy with the hookup.
dude, they're so good. They're so good.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I've been really good. I've got about 300 or 400 boxes of cigars in the humidor now, and I'm not smoking out of those boxes at all.
I'm
still smoking out of my personal stash from before I started all this, plus a little bit of PCA stuff that's left.
It's one reason Corey could not open a cigar store. So befriend someone who does is my philosophy. And speaking of which, my heart dropped for a second. I'm like, I see my box down there. We're okay. So yeah, sounds like you had a good enough week.
Yeah, finally, like I said, it was a very rough start. I'm very sleep deprived for the last 2 weeks, but it kind of feels worth it now, which is nice. And then I went and I did my float yesterday. You know what a float tank is? We've talked about it on here before, I think.
Are you talking about like a isolation tank?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I do that one.
Is that because good looking Jeff got you into that?
I got Jeff into it.
Oh, it was vice versa.
Yeah, I've been doing it for 18 months now.
I don't know. If Sam came up to me and was like, "Hey man, you want to be in a real wet in a small enclosed dark place," I'd be like, "I'm gonna go as far away from you as I can." But Jeff's a braver man than me. He's more manly.
Well, Rogan talks about it all the time. My wife got it for me. A trip out there and didn't tell me what it was. She just told me, go to this address, walk in, and here's what you got to do. I was like, oh, cool. So it was a nice little surprise thing. And then after that is I heard about it on Rogan and stuff. And then Jeff and I were talking about it that way. And I was like, oh, dude, I do that. Like, it's awesome. And they have a really cool program on the 11th of every month. It's free for veterans. So I go the 11th of every month.
Feel like I could just turn the lights off in the bathtub, maybe.
Dude, it's such a cool sensation because you truly feel like you're floating in space.
Well, the difference between you and me is I think that you are generally, like at any given point in the day, a lot more wound up than I am just because of all the shit you got going on, and I'm a little bit more chill. Like I got my highs and lows, but I think for the most part, like shit rolls off me and it's all good. But that was before I traded seats with the guy to my right.
Yeah.
So my anxiety levels are a little higher than normal. So maybe it's something I need to look into. But
it's a really good time. It just, if you haven't done it, everybody should try it at least once. But you go in there, you lay in the water, and after about 2 minutes, you can't tell the difference between the water and yourself. Like you can't feel that the water's there because the amount of saline in the water, the amount of salt in the water.
Jonesy says because of his buoyancy, he's pretty sure he'd float over the edge of the tank. So maybe not so good.
After some of the people I've seen coming out of those rooms, no, bro, you'll be fine,
dude. I would have to at the end.
Is it
pounding on the sides, going Free Willy?
Nobody'd hear you.
Is it complete sensory deprivation?
100%.
Yeah.
Now, see, I'm super interested in that, but I am kind of apprehensive because I have a really, really, really bad tinnitus. And the ringing in my ears is constant.
So
I can hear it right now.
It'll turn into Pink Floyd when you're in there.
You can leave meditation music on, or you can actually plug your phone and leave music on, and it plays in underwater speakers. So if you want to, you can have music on. So like if you have tinnitus, just do that. But if you can avoid doing it, I really recommend not having it on.
I'd suffer through it.
Yeah, it's so wild because like you're laying there, and I've gotten good at it now, but like just kind of drop your shoulder a little bit, and you kind of learn how to position yourself, and it feels like you're like floating down a river, like right before a waterfall. It feels like you're about to go over a waterfall, but you can just keep feeling it for like minutes. And if you switch this way, it feels like you're going that way. You're not moving.
That's right.
At all. So it's really cool.
Oh yeah, sounds
Jonesy.
good. I see him. He's out there.
So someone ended up calling PETA for a beach whale. People eating tasty animals. So how was your week?
Oh, I was about to try that again. Yeah, sounds like you had a good week.
Yeah.
So up until today, I would not want to go to the doctors. They would put me on blood pressure medication. So fucking intern over here, Captain Shitstick himself, was like, if I'm gonna run the boards and shit, I'd like to take everything apart first. And I'm like, I feel pretty good about running the board myself. So I feel like actually kind of this is, in the long run, this is going to benefit me and I'll probably be happier. But right now it all feels just like a very personal favor to you. It really does. This is like, okay, fucking, we'll let him do his producer fantasy camp shit over here. But like, he was like, yeah, I want to come over and tear all this shit apart and stuff. And I'm like, that is not going to happen on a Friday. You better pick a weekday.
Yeah.
And a Wednesday would have been way better, but we got Thursday. So he comes over and we tore this entire board down to nothing. And, you know, I'm like, fuck you, you're putting it back together, which is not necessarily the bestest thing because although he is capable technologically, he is not experienced with the shit the way I am.
Ask him which one of us fucked something up.
Who? Because I don't. What did I fuck up?
Is that Blue?
Oh, well, that was during hardware.
I mean,
that was during hardware. But I've got plenty of spares of everything. We were drilling new holes through the board, and sawdust is coming up through as it does, and Blue come out, and I'm like, Blue. Why Blue? We flipped it over while I drilled through the power cable of the old power strip, which is why we're upgraded to another one. Oh yeah, but I mean, we did some things. We got extended the feet on it so the thing could sit higher now. We organized everything and so forth. It was actually, I thought, pretty good before, but there were some subtle changes that needed to be made. But yeah, so like up until now, I've been so stressed, and but today marks the start of my vacation days.
Nice.
So I don't have to go back to work until at least next Sunday, which has me so excited that my wife is frustrated with me because she thinks I'm drunk and that we're not going to be able to go to this karaoke event later with her friends that she committed to doing. And I'm like, I'm just fucking excited. I'm on vacation. Oh, this is that's so right now he's actually below the shit stick, but I like Captain.
I mean,
Seth Jones.
Jonesy just put him down to major faux pas.
Yeah, I know. The shit stick's gonna stick with him forever, for sure.
Oh yeah,
as it does.
Is what it is.
So I wish it was going to be a more exciting vacation. I am just excited to not have to go back to work, but I feel like the first couple of days of next week, I'm gonna be like, maybe I should just go in because I'm gonna be staining my deck. That's why I took the days off for. And so
weather's not looking good.
No, the weather's looking great. But I'm going to be staining my fucking deck. And I'll be like, I should have just gone to work.
It'd be
less paid somebody to do this shit. Yeah, for sure. That's the point. It's going to suck. So anyways, I'm really enjoying this delicious fucking stick. So why don't we find out a little bit more about it?
It's time for the Cigar of the Week, brought to you by Leaning House Fine Cigars. The Leaning House is your destination for the ultimate cigar smoking experience. Whether you're exploring their wide selection of premium cigars, unwinding in their comfortable lounge, or enjoying live music on one of the most unique and intimate live music venues in the burg, the house has something for everyone. Do you want to try the stick we're smoking today? Stop by leaninghousefinecigars.com or visit Dave in Bell Vernon or Heidi in Brownsville. Wherever you are, make the house your home for premium cigars.
That's right. And or you could do what I did and had private pooper scooper pick them up and bring them in. That was Jonesy's. Jonesy's fucking on top of it today. He don't give a fuck. He's our kind of people. We are actually smoking the 601 Yellow. This is a limited edition, and it is the 6x52 Toro only. Cigar comes in two different colors, orange and yellow. We are smoking the yellow, which has a San Andreas wrapper and a Nicaraguan binder and fillers from Nicaragua as well. And I've got to say, first impressions, my favorite Espinosa stick I've ever had.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
you like this more than the Murcielago?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, for sure. I'm really enjoying it. So, and as I was sitting there contemplating, like, oh, I think this might be the one in this lineup for me, I did a quick look online, and maybe a more commensurate Google search will show more information on how limited it is, because I don't know how many cigars or boxes that they made. But I feel like if we had somebody here that was at the lowest possible level and could take a verbal cue, he might be able to look into that for us and find that information. Oh, look at that. It worked. He's going.
Oh, hey there. Oh, hey there now.
So is the Murcielago yours, or is that just the one you figured would be mine?
No. The Murcielago's to me, it's better. I mean, this is fantastic. I don't want to downplay the cigar, but compared to the Murcielago, this has got nothing on it in my book. I enjoy that like chocolatey.
I've only done the Murcielago once or twice, and I've talked many times about how I think that artistry is important in the cigar culture. But as much as it is unique and indistinguishable, like completely distinguishable from everything else, it also feels like just a little cheap. Like, okay, like a holographic band.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like you're like, all right, kids that used to play Pokemon, we've got the cigar for you. It looks like a Lamborghini if a Lamborghini was a fucking Pokemon card.
No, I mean, I put that on the same level as like the Flor de las Antillas. I mean, it's the Maduro.
Yeah.
Like I don't think they're that dissimilar.
To me, I believe, and I love the My Father, La Flor de las Antillas, but to me, I think if my recollection serves me right, I did not have the best constructions with those cigars.
Oh, okay.
Probably like I don't remember any specific issues, but I feel like there was something that was keeping it from being optimal. So
he said 500 boxes were made.
You have a microphone,
and you were in the middle of talking. He was trying to just let it play out.
Yeah, you
get yelled at for talking. You get yelled at for not.
This is why I don't like having the buttons, because I'd put it on his stupid looking face when he's sitting over here going.
Yeah, exactly. You guys are the show. Be the show.
We are the show, but sometimes the show is picking on you, and we need them to know why we're doing it, and it's because of your stupid face.
Ooh, Jonesy said knuckle sandwich Habano is his favorite Espinosa.
There you
go.
That
makes sense.
Yeah, I can see it.
I mean, that is a great line. Like the whole knuckle sandwich line is good.
There's also another fallacy here, and that is I've always said the best cigar is the one in your hand or in your mouth. So it's been a while since I've had those other ones. All I know is this cigar is performing really well. It tastes really good, and I like it a lot. So who knows?
It's a little tighter than I like draw-wise. I mean, it's still perfectly acceptable, but it's definitely on the tighter side.
Mine's not.
Yeah, I've been sitting here kind of rolling it, giving it some time to loosen up a little bit. But I mean, other than that, it's fantastic. But I also just had a Rockstar stick too on the way here, so
it could also be, the glorious Donkey Punch that I'm drinking, because shit, it makes everything taste better, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does help. It does help.
It's a good time. Yeah,
Louis Radamel, what up, brother? Long time. He hasn't stopped in a while.
Ratatouille. Blickety blap. I don't know.
Something like that.
For sure. So we're confident now that you've got the guy that got the drawings correct, which is awesome because, is it the same guy or new guy?
Same guy.
Really? So fourth time's the charm?
More than that.
Fucking hell.
Far more than that.
In some ways, you were way more patient.
This is the third or fourth time just for this plumbing issue.
I'd have just been like, I'm drawing it myself.
Yeah. There was let's just say
mute button on your microphone, just so you know.
Where he originally had the like the front wall of the humidor.
You've got one on yours too.
Yeah, but I can't reach it. And I could send you home. I could just be like, see ya. So
yeah,
it does take away a little bit of my power. I don't really care for this, but you'll get in the flow. Sam, I'm sorry. Sam, were you saying something? Was there a drawing of a thing?
Should I leave and just let you bitch about him like for the next hour and just like, because I don't think I need to be here for you to complain about giving up your power. I feel like that's where we're at this point. Like
but then you won't have anything to tickle you.
I'm good. Like I've got shit to do. I mean, the shop's like right there. I can go work. Like I'm good. I've always got something to do.
Till that plumber comes in, I think we're all right.
Do the iterations of the drawing, do they cost any more? Or
no.
Okay, so they do it
So
for
the
nothing.
only reason that we're still with them is accessibility for architects is not exactly a short wait. And found this guy who was recommended, went with him. Great dude, like talking to him, all that stuff. He's a nice guy. He just hasn't been able to get my drawings right without multiple attempts. So, and then got the sign guy finally called me back, and he's like, yeah, should be done in the next couple of days. He's waiting on his truck. So as soon as his truck's done,
all right.
But I guess he wants to do it out of his bucket truck because of the way he's got to swing to build it. It's not as easy as just putting up a scaffold. And I'm like, well, there's a scaffold there that rolls. We can just roll it out the door, and you can stand on it. I built the whole shop off of it. I'm pretty sure you can put up a sign.
Hell yeah.
But
Yeah, well, you know,
As long as it's up before I open, I don't care.
boys and their toys. You know, I don't understand it. I've never been one that needed to have toys or tech or special
not you.
tools. No, not at all. Speaking of which, though, on the truck front, that's some more happy news. Betty's home.
Betty's, yeah, I saw
Betty's
that.
home. So that's nice because I was driving a Toyota Tacoma for a few days, and that was definitely not in the Corey would purchase category. Don't get me wrong; it was not bad for a loaner. Like, is the best loaner somebody's ever
The
given me.
loaner.
Because like it wasn't like, oh, you have a half-ton huge pickup truck, like a huge cab pickup truck. Here's a smart car. You know what I mean? Like, at least they gave me a truck, a 4-door truck, but the whole cab of that thing could fit in the back seat of mine, and no balls. I don't know. Do they make the Tacoma in a V8 or is it V4 and V6?
I think it comes in an 8.
4-cylinder, not V probably. Well, it had no balls.
Yeah,
for
I
the
think it
V6.
comes in an 8.
All right. This little thing, I was like, okay,
Taco.
I can see why girls like it, man.
Yeah.
Because it looks like a truck and it drives like a car, right? I mean, it does. It drives like, you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of driving my grandmother's 2003 Cavalier,
Oh shit.
but higher off the ground. Yeah.
just like up here.
It
Just a
does
little
not
bit.
come in a V8.
No.
It does not.
So,
No
so,
Tacoma.
so it's the biggest engine they put in this thing, and I'm like, where's the balls?
That
There
see
was
that
none.
doesn't. It might be the biggest engine, but there's no, because like I've driven a couple Toyotas, and I mean they can be peppy. I'm surprised.
The Tacoma or the Tundra?
Both.
Okay.
I mean, we had a Rav4 for a while. 4Runners, like 4Runners, twice as heavy as the Taco, and I mean it's the same chassis and everything. And that thing actually had some giddy up. I'm not saying you were going to win any races or pull a house down with it, but it would
Yeah.
move.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I know they're super reliable. People always talk about, particularly like the 4-wheel drive. Like, you know, I had guys be like, oh, I could pull out that 3/4 ton with my Tacoma. You know,
Yeah.
so like I know there's redeeming qualities to it, and like it was relatively comfortable, but it was just night and day difference.
was
I'm
good.
so happy to have Betty back.
it worked as a loaner, right?
That's right. That is correct. We can't all be driving around in the company vehicle from Connecticut to Pennsylvania, burning the boss's fuel and
using-
shit.
Seneca said he's buying a Taco when the 24s come out. He gonna put that bitch up on some 24s and they be spinning, brother. They're spinning.
You got to buy that shit on a Tuesday and just
Taco
fucking
Tuesday.
lean into it, buddy.
Just do it.
Hell yeah.
Smoking a street taco.
You know, I miss the Choco Taco.
Dude, those things were good.
Yeah. You know, it's kind of my fault too, because everybody's like all jacked off. Hey, the Choco Taco went away, but like, when was the last time you got a Choco
Right.
Taco?
Yeah,
And I'm in that boat too. Like, I'm guilty.
Yeah.
Like, but man,
actually, you right now just told me that they went away. I didn't know they
You
were
didn't
gone.
even
No.
yeah. I mean, it's actually another good example of the versatility of the waffle design.
Mm.
You know,
Oh, I meant to send you a video of this reel the other day. They took a waffle maker, covered it in French fries.
yeah, I've seen it. The
Okay. And then they made the hamburger on the French fry waffle bun.
Mhm.
Like, yo, that is num 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 num.
Yeah, it's not a bad way to go, I'd say. I'm not much of a so for me, not just French fries, but potatoes in general have always been a filler food. They are not my primary interest. They are if I have room. You know, if the burger didn't do it, I got these fries here. But I do appreciate a good French fry.
Dude.
I don't know about
Tater tots, bro.
tater tots are
Dude,
delightful.
taco tots.
As long as they're not soggy.
Oh no, it's a. You take a pan, you know, stand them all up in there. Take your taco meat,
stand
pour it
them all
across-
up.
Yeah. Then you pour
That
your
sounds
taco meat,
tedious.
spread it across it. Then your cheese. You bake it for a little bit like that. Then you pull it out, throw your sour cream, your onion, whatever fixings you want on it. You cut it up, cut little chunks off. You know, grab it with a spatula.
All right.
Yo.
This is a fucking basically a taco casserole.
Uh-huh. But it's fantastic.
You know what we
Same
really
thing with
need?
sloppy joes.
Oh, I'm
Sorry.
gonna break the world right now.
Okay.
This is like my best idea since whatever my last great idea was. Because I don't remember. Maybe it wasn't that good. So I love nachos. Love them. I hate the fact that it's just a mess. There's just no good way to do it right. There's no good way to get enough toppings without getting it all over your fingers and dropping shit all over yourself.
Are you about to invent hard taco shells? Because
No.
that's a thing.
My suggestion is Totino's pizza rolls but like taco or nacho version. So
I
it's
think
all the
I think they were
fillings.
out in the 90s.
No shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck, people?
Yeah.
Why didn't we support this? Good ideas need your support, or else
Because
they die.
they're essentially the same as a Hot Pocket. Either it's frozen or it's molten lava. There's no in between.
11 minutes. You have to do it 450 degrees or 425 for exactly 11 minutes. Actually, that's not true. It depends on the oven, but there's one key way to know. The first time you see one of the pizza rolls start to leak in the oven and pop a corner, pull them. Just one.
Dude, I'm
One
doing the
has to
oven.
pop.
Air fryer.
They're out.
Okay,
Totino's pizza rolls, cheesy taco flavor.
Okay.
That's them.
I'd still prefer like I'm thinking like a nacho, but essentially it's the same thing, right? Give me meat, give me cheese, give me some salsa,
Give me
something
liberty,
like that.
give me death. Yeah. Gotcha.
Put it all in a little fucking bite-sized morsel that I could just chomp in and then burn the roof of my fucking mouth
I was
on.
really hoping you'd be like, you got to make a chip that's like big enough to hold everything. That's why I was like, please tell me about the fucking hard taco shell. We run out of chips at the house. I just break up taco shells. Like, I don't care.
I will tell you one thing: the crunch wrap is definitely like on that next
Yeah.
level of food engineering, because you get the crispiness of the hard taco,
Yeah.
but you get the food retention consistency of the soft taco together.
And then you get that little
and then they
cheese layer
glue
in
them
between.
together
Yeah.
with the cheese.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Cheese adhesive, baby.
Red Robin.
What?
Yum.
I couldn't. I had to be
Didn't
your
get-
offset.
Okay.
Yeah.
He went high. We went low. I got it.
Well, no, my thoughts are just like Taco Bell.
Seneca said the crunch wrap is garbage.
Oh, he
Shun
never.
the non-believer.
Yeah, get rid of this fucking
shun, Charlie.
Get rid of this fucking guy. He don't fucking
For
know.
fuck's sake.
Those motherfuckers are keeping you in business, bro. You know how many crunch wraps a guy's got to fucking eat before he has to call an ambulance to fucking take him in?
Not many.
Probably not many, you know. Dude, I tell you what though, no shit. My opinion, Taco Bell has the best breakfast of any fast food joint because they have that breakfast crunch wrap taco. Have you had that?
No.
It's scrambled eggs.
I can't tell you the last time I was at Taco Bell. It's probably been 5-8 years.
Bro, it's a crunch wrap. You love the crunch wrap.
Yeah.
Difference is it's scrambled eggs and fucking breakfast meats inside. It is a fucking game changer, dude. It is awesome. So thank you for listening to the Fast Food Junkies.
Right? Jonesy said the homemade are great, but Taco Bell is F grade.
Well, again, I'm talking about the breakfast ones.
Yeah.
So we could do it on the Blackstone though. We can hook that shit up.
There you go.
Do
that
like
is a way.
Yeah, some like Wagyu fucking crunch wraps.
Nom nom nom.
You ever
nom.
see them guys that like try to make the cheap food as expensive as they can? Make like a $5,000 Big Mac because they're using gold flake in it and shit. Like,
Yeah.
can't you just make it out of expensive shit? Like, does it have to have fucking minerals in it? Like, yeah,
I like the there's one guy, I don't know, he had reels for a while and I haven't seen him in it's been a long time, but he would run home and be like, "Hey dad, make this gourmet."
Mhm.
And he'd bring him like a fast food and
Yeah.
just deconstruct that and make
Is it the
some of the
Asian
shit he
dude?
would make was good.
The
Yeah.
Asian dude? Okay, there's the Asian dude that does that with his dad, and it's fucking the same exact thing.
Yeah.
But it's cool because like his dad looks like his old fucking 80s karate movie dude, but he's got the perfect fucking like perfect American accent. Not an old guy though. He's like if Karate Kid had a Steven Seagal. You know, like
Oh,
his dude, like he's like Asian Steven Seagal. But then there's another dude that does that with cocktails. He'd be like, "Hey, Dad, can you make me this drink
Yeah.
and shit?" And I enjoy watching those.
Seneca said people who like crunch wraps also drink Bud Light and smoke grape flavored cigars from gas stations. Jonesy said Taco Bell's a colon cleaner to begin with. Can't imagine what would come out of me as the result of breakfast.
It doesn't matter. I got such a short fuse, bro.
In and out, huh?
No, I have corn for dinner. It's floating by the end of the night. It's just 100%. Yeah.
Just one of those.
You bring me to Taco Bell. Actually, for breakfast isn't terrible. It's not a great reaction, but it's not terrible. But you bring me an egg McMuffin, you may as well throw that shit straight in the toilet because it's only going to take
Game
about
over.
another 5 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember like back in the late 80s, early 90s when they had the
Back
breakfast
in the
cereals that
days
were like
when
fucking
we
colored.
were young.
And mom and dad would buy them for you, and you'd be like, "Oh, fucking Count Chocula's Booberry," and
now I
you'd
get
eat that
the
shit.
poop purple for a week. Yeah,
You look at the toilet, you're like, "Why is it green?"
that was a bit much.
You need to pull your level
Just
way
yeah,
the
like
fuck
that was
down.
a lot.
That's strike two.
Like
Actually, I'm 3 pips lower than both of
no,
you.
you are not.
Oh,
When
you are-
your
I-
voice is
I assure you, not in our ears. You are not.
Oh, you guys are turned way up.
Well, your voice is very much.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Your
I've
poor-
got a big
your
one.
Poor
Yeah, it
fucking
was
wife
a
and
lot.
kids.
Big old shit stick mouth over there.
That's right. We got to test him with the Woody.
I fucking hate both of you.
That's good. Then we are doing our jobs exactly correct.
Mission success.
Actually, I feel like we need a little more help from the chat room, though. Would be nice, you know. Fucking can't even wear his Junkies t-shirt. Fucking
I mean,
bullshit.
they're a lot nicer to him than we are.
That
I feel
shirt looks
they're
like
just-
my wife's. That's the
I only
crazy
have
ass
one Junkies t-shirt.
What's on my
and,
fucking forehead? It looks like I have a third eyebrow.
Ash found Corey's third eye.
There was no eyeball, just a fucking. To be fair, it was like consistent with my other
Oh yeah,
eyebrows.
no, it was spot on.
It's like fucking get that little caterpillar off your shirt. Oh Jesus! He's a
Jonesy
little
said, as the
extra.
kids say, your voice is a bit
It's
extra.
a bit extra.
Hmm,
I don't know who these kids are.
I don't know who they are either.
I'm not sure. I wish that I
But
could
your
be like
eyebrows
cool
are
kids.
on fleek.
on fleek, brah.
Yeah.
You gotta get your eyebrows on fleek, brah.
I can't remember. I
I
can't
can't
remember
think of
the
any more of the
other
shit.
word that she was trying to bring back in fucking Mean Girls.
Mm,
What is it?
fetch.
Yeah, that's
Fetch,
very
yeah,
fetch.
that's right.
Very fetch. Yeah. Quit trying to make fetch happen. That's a good movie, dude. For a fucking girl movie, you know, like that shit. I mean, I loved that. No, nothing. No, Mean Girls. Nah. All right, get in, bitch. We're going shopping.
I saw bits and pieces of it. I never actually saw it.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, I swear to God, that is like one of the best teen movies made during our era. It is so good.
I like White Girls. That one's funny.
Corey's
Well, I
after
mean,
the
you can be
podcast. Corey's
racist
going to
all
watch
you want.
Legally Blonde.
Yeah.
I wouldn't hate it.
Purse dog.
That's right. Reese Witherspoon's a good looking lady.
Mm.
I mean, and the thing is, like, it's not creepy now because I was of age during those times. You know what I mean? Like, fucking, they were older than me when it came out. So it was like,
Is
yeah,
that
yeah.
that's
That's how it works.
okay?
Yeah. In my mind, I am that age still. So it's okay. Yeah.
No, you know what? I would agree with that.
Although I
In your
think
mind,
we did have a topic of conversation in an earlier show about Avril Lavigne and whether
Yes.
it's okay to still think she looks attractive because she still looks like she's 17. But because of the fact that she's wearing 15 pounds of makeup,
Yeah, I mean,
it's hard
does
to
help.
tell.
Yeah, you can't tell,
Still putting on that same mask every day,
right?
you know.
Avril Lavigne is 38.
Yeah. See, that's fine. Yeah,
Right.
I mean,
She does not appear to be. And that's where you go, yeah.
I don't have any comments that I'm
So
going to say.
here's
record.
my point. Okay, so Avril Lavigne is 38 now. When she was young and starting out, she was probably 17 or 18, right? And I was probably 16 years old. When I look at the pictures of her at that age, I consider it okay to feel like she looked attractive because I am now in 16-year-old Corey's head, looking through that perspective.
You're
But when
looking
I
through
look
the
at her
filter.
now, I'm looking at her as adult Corey, and she still looks currently like a very, very young girl. And I'm like, yeah, it just
Dude,
doesn't seem
Jonesy, I absolutely have your back on that. Alanis Morissette, when she played God in the movie Dogma, was hot as fuck.
She's a pretty good looking lady.
Yeah.
Weird costume design choices, but I mean, she's God. She can wear whatever the fuck she wants.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, killer at skee ball too, from my understanding.
Well,
But apparently not immune
Till she
to
got
fucking
mugged.
deck hockey equipment.
deck hockey demons.
That movie,
The movie was awesome.
It was awesome in the most awful ways. Like,
Have you
fucking-
not seen it?
Oh, he had to have.
There was an interview with Kevin Smith about the release of Dogma,
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
there was like
Dogma is
a
dog shit.
Dogma's dog shit.
Yeah.
So there's like a like Westboro Baptist group, and they're protesting the movie, holding these signs that's like you're going to hell and stuff like that. And Kevin Smith shows up to protest with a sign that says "Dogma is dog shit."
But he put a lot of time and effort into it.
And,
it was like really nice, and it had like sparkly glitter all over it and shit.
And they're like, "You really look like the Kevin Smith guy," and he's like, "Yeah, I get that all the time."
But they told him, they're like, we don't want you to. You shouldn't swear. Like they were giving like don't
At least,
swear.
okay.
It's like, no, it is dog shit.
It's terrible.
stand
It's the
behind
worst.
his
Dog
statement.
shit.
The one thing about Kevin Smith is if he said it once, he said it 100,000 times. There's no story that Kevin Smith has not repeated to fucking just complete killing it. Like fucking beating the horse, as somebody used to tell us, right?
Okay.
I don't know.
What's the story you're about to tell?
I don't know if do I have a story? I don't know.
That's what got you started on
Well,
that.
look at fucking. He made the same movie like 18 times.
Yeah. And he made a
It's just-
lot of money doing it.
And I don't. Well, not for Hollywood. He didn't.
He made a lot of money.
He made a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I like Kevin Smith. I actually listen to his podcast frequently.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's one of the very few that I listen to all the time because he always he has a co-host named Mark Bernardin, and they do it at a Star Wars themed bar in Hollywood called the Scum and Villainy Cantina, which is
Nice.
dope as fuck. But they talk about like all comic booky kind of shit, Batman and fucking MCU movies and
Kevin
Star
used to
Wars
write
and
for
all that
DC.
shit. He's done
Oh, really?
a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Done a lot of stuff.
He wrote Batman.
Oh, wow.
He's done more than that. He's written a bunch of different
Yeah,
fucking
but-
comic books and shit. And so yeah, he was actually supposed to be director for a fucking Superman movie back in the day and all kinds of shit. Yeah.
I thought he did direct one of the superhero movies to the
No,
computer.
no, because he backed out because the guy that approached him was like, okay, we're gonna make. He's like, do you want to make a Superman movie? He's like, fuck yeah, I do. Let's go. And he's like, all right, but he can't wear the cape, and I don't want to see him fly. And there's gonna be a giant mechanical robot. And then, like, he was like, nah, dude, I'm out. Like, this
Yeah,
feels
it's-
fucking
no,
weird.
thank
Then
you.
Smallville comes out, and he never fucking flies. They never see him wear a
Yeah.
cape. And then, so the guy that suggested this to Kevin, that was like, this is my idea. I want this big mechanical spider and shit. That guy went on to make the movie Wild Wild West.
I was just going to say, it's got to be Wild Wild West.
Kevin Smith in 1996 was offered to head the DC film department.
Yeah, they fucked up on that one.
And maybe.
No, definitely. They have not gotten a fucking thing right. Not a fucking thing.
I think he would have done much better.
The
than
only
people
thing that they
hired.
did right was getting Henry Cavill to play Superman. That is it. And they fucked that up. Like,
Suicide Squad 2 is pretty great.
They did the Suicide Squad so bad
That's terrible.
yeah.
that they had to remake it 2 years later.
You marketed the whole thing around Jared Leto and then didn't have him in the fucking movie.
He was a terrible Joker.
Oh,
He was.
He's the
It
worst.
was pretty bad.
Like, I get what they were going for, that I don't even know what to call it, like dark, the hot topic. They were going for a hot topic Joker.
All right, I'm down with that.
You see what I mean?
my
It's not a-
actually my biggest problem with that fucking movie is the fact that all of the bad guys were either ridiculously magical and powered in a weird way that did not seem to fit with what you normally see, like a grounded or a science
Right.
explained shit or whatever. It's like, no, there's witches. And oh, by the way, this witch is going to make an army of fucking faceless bad guys. So you can't tell any of them apart. The
Right.
fucking action's all crazy and weird, and it just doesn't. It feels stupid. Like it feels weird.
Well, that's what differentiates DC and Marvel. DC is more grounded in like aliens and magic, and Marvel is more grounded in metahumans, mutations, things like that, like gamma radiation exposure and stuff.
Hit that nerd nerve.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We struck
We-
that chord hard.
We could go very deep now.
Well, no,
The path ahead is long and arduous,
there's just so many dumb things that DC's done with it.
Mhm.
and it's so weird because they were the ones on top forever, dude.
yeah.
And like they had some hits
Like,
or misses.
you
Like
know what they
some of
should
the
do?
Batman movies were fucking weird, but they hit that Dark Knight trilogy. And
Yeah.
if you didn't lose fucking Heath Ledger, that shit would have been fucking.
But really, what they should do is just do another Batman movie with him versus the Joker. I think at this point, that's what we need. I'm so fucking sick of
I
the
don't know what we
Joker.
need.
Like, please stop it.
At this point, I think your your only choice, you have two choices for the Joker at this point. You have Jared Leto and you have Joaquin Phoenix.
Right.
And I think both of their iterations of the Joker, while Jared Leto's is fucking dog shit, it would be really hard to write a Joaquin Phoenix
Right.
version of the Joker currently.
Well, it would be hard to do it versus Batman, right?
But like,
because
just
he's
don't
a
use the
different
fucking
character.
Joker anymore. You've used him so many fucking times.
Oh, I
in the
thought you were
10-year
going the other way.
No,
I thought
I'm
you were
being-
saying what we need is.
I'm saying
him.
stop using the same goddamn
There-
thing over and over again.
And like,
There's so many bad guys in that
kind
universe.
of DC's thing, man. They keep reiterating and keep reinventing the Joker, and they have done, like, the Killing Joke was such a great series, but they have done some really, really, really dark, really gritty, and really good versions of the Joker.
And I like that, but like, okay, but you don't have the director for that anymore. He left. You don't have the Dark Joker for that anymore. He's gone.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, give it some time. Put out some new content, then rehash it. Don't Spider-Man this shit.
you know what the most frustrating thing is
Into the Batverse.
Sony, what the fuck?
dude. Maybe
But you know what? The fact that they did what they did,
with the Flash.
the fact that they did fix all their mistakes with that one movie was cool. That was so beautiful. Like, wait a minute, we have all them here?
I liked it.
That was
I didn't
awesome.
even watch it.
I liked it.
You're the one that fucking told me to watch it. You watched it.
What did I watch? Which one?
Spider-Man.
Oh, Spider-Man. Yes, I thought you
Yeah.
were talking about the DC one.
No, Spider-Man where they had
Into the Spider-Verse is a fuck.
no, the one with all three Spider-Mans.
No Way Home.
Yeah.
yeah.
Great
like-
fucking movie.
Yeah, and that's like
Great
they
fucking
fixed
movie.
all their fuck ups with it.
They're making another Into the Spider-Verse.
That's the cartoon
Awesome.
version.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes, I'll never watch it.
No, no,
Did you
dude, I'm
watch the
telling
first
you.
one?
No.
Because I told you to watch the shit out of that. You just told me how great this one was, dude. The Spider-Verse
I
was
would
what they
love
mapped
to.
it out.
I
on.
would love to watch it. But
equally
that's
as
a
good.
movie that I would actually put time into. Like, I would want to watch it,
Your kids,
and I don't get to watch movies.
Mm.
with your kids.
Your kids would love it.
I'm
kids,
glad,
bro.
but when I'm hanging out with my kids, we're not watching fucking TV.
But that's the thing. You go, okay, we're gonna in a week. This is the Sunday. This is what we're gonna do. We are gonna get every fucking junk food that we both like, or the three of all you and mom and fucking kids. And we're gonna line up and we're gonna block off everything else, turn off all the other equipment, and fucking sit down and watch this movie. Your kids will have a great time. You'll have a great
Dude,
time.
Even okay, so the only reason I made it through so many of the movies you told me to watch is
It's
because I
you
was
were
on
doing
flights.
something else. Yeah.
No, I was on flights.
Okay.
Even if I want to, I can't sit through an hour movie. I don't have the ability to do that. I start doing this, and I'm like, all right, I got to go do something.
All right, then have your kids watch it, and they can tell you about it.
Perfect. But
That'd be great.
I have nothing against watching it. I'm just not. I got nothing.
Before we get back into cigars,
Yeah, we should-
not yet, because I'm not ready. You know what really I find incredibly frustrating is the movie world versus video game world. Why are video games so incredible at telling these stories and developing characters? Star Wars video games versus Star Wars movies.
God of War.
The
Because-
Arkham Knight video games versus the
Arkham
fucking,
Asylum and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Those were great.
That's
But
what I'm
here's
saying.
the reason. You have a media where you can
You're
tell a
involved.
story. You can tell this story that's you're personally involved in, and it is you get this story over 40, 50, 60 hours sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine if they were to make a movie after like Skyrim or Fallout or something like that. These are deep RPGs that have
It would have to be a 10-season.
hundreds
Show.
of hours. Yeah.
But my point is, in the world that we live in with streaming services and cinematic universes,
Mhm.
you can do that, and they're all trying to, and they're fucking failing miserably.
AI is going to do it,
Yeah,
man.
that's-
AI is going to fucking do it.
Just
Computer generated
ChatGPT is gonna save us all.
actors. You can have it'll be the fucking Bart Simpson
Sure.
effect, man. Bart Simpson's
still
been in fourth grade for
fucking-
25
It's
years.
still terrifying because of fucking Skynet. But
no, it's fine.
my point is, like, there's
I'm not
people
a fan.
out here making the shit. Instead of going to the people that make the movies, the names you know, be like, hey man, like, this guy did a fucking incredible job with this fucking Batman game. Like, it is fucking incredible. Let's put this guy in fucking charge of trying a series, especially since you're getting 15 fucking people to do it anyway.
Non-compete contracts,
You
man.
got a different Batman every day. You got 3 fucking Jokers running around. Like, motherfucker.
So I don't know why this popped in my head, but there was another reel I watched, and they were comparing like the difference between the original version of things to the live actions, right? So it started with the whole Flounder, I guess, from the new Little Mermaid is just like not Flounder from the kids movie. They're like, yeah, but other than that, let's touch on something cool. Every character, how did they phrase it? Pretty much every time there's a redhead in a comic book or a video game. Did you see this?
Oh my god!
Dude,
yes, they
I
were
did not.
spot on with it, dude.
Let him go because
No. But look how excited he is. Ready?
Yes.
Anybody who's a redhead in the comic books or anything like that, they make them black in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But like all the black characters in the movies, they're always just normally a redhead, and then they reverse whitewashed. I guess they reverse ginger washed it back, and it's
right.
Did you see those two guys?
Oh yeah, absolutely uncanny.
It's like
they
Morgan Freeman.
They were showing all these characters. It was like, oh, the Little Mermaid, and
I can't remember
just different other redheaded characters, and then they were all animated.
Wally West.
Yeah, and then they were like, okay, now let's look at their movie version. It was a black girl, a black guy, a black girl, a black girl.
Dude, it
And
was
you're
just like it wasn't a
whoa.
little bit like somebody was like, hey, this is the new role. You know, here's how we're gonna meet a quota. Like, hey, if it's a redhead in there, let's cast black for it. It's like, what the fuck?
That
sounds
just
like a
that just goes to
boycott
show you
on
everybody
Irish
hates
people.
gingers.
Right. That's exactly where I'm getting. Like, they were just like,
We want everybody in this movie to have a soul. God damn it!
Speaking of souls, let's talk about the cigar news. It's time for the cigar news, brought to you by Tom's Penworks. As a cigar smoker, you appreciate luxury. And as a premium cigar smoker, you appreciate handmade craftsmanship. And as a customer of Tom's Penworks, you'll appreciate the selection of custom-made, limited production items that you can show off to your friends. From handmade pens, pencils, bottle openers, cigar cases, and now custom rings, Tom will create something special for you or your loved one. Find him on the web at etsy.com/shop/Tom's Penworks. And as always, you can find the link in the description for this episode. That's your cue to hit your little fucking clippy button that you got there in fucking OBS. Because Sam used to absolutely fucking hate that song. When I first fucking made that ad, he hated it. Now it's his fucking jam.
I still hate it.
It's his jam. You can't hide it. He did the little clip button. We're gonna post up the little video you bobbing your head and fucking jam.
I'm not gonna
I'm
sit here
kind of scared.
miserable.
I'm kind of scared to hit the clip button. I'm going to wait until we do the post show,
Yeah, it's all right.
and then I'll
Well, you
I'll
could
hit
at
the clip
least
button a
just-
couple times in the post show.
You can note the time.
Got it.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's the one way we could do it. The old school way, as they say. Let's get into it. All right, kids, get excited. Stretch your jaws and abandon your gag reflex because Room 101 is adding the 7x70 offering under its big payback line.
It's the big payback.
Dubbed the Room 101 Big Payback 70s, it marks a return to the Big Payback line for the first time since 2016. The difference is the Big Payback 70s is getting its own unique, is it 70s or 7DS? 70s.
It's a 70s song, the big payback.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough.
Everything Booth does,
But it's getting
is
its own
always like that.
unique blend. And the Big Payback 70s is expected to arrive on retail shelves in June. The brand was created by Matt Booth to repay consumers for their years of support with a premium offering at a monster value price point after splitting from Davidoff at the end of 2016. Booth has brought back the Payback blend, but this is the first time there's ever been a 7x70 offering since then. The blend is highlighted by a Honduran Alancho San Agustin over U.S. Connecticut broadleaf wrapper, and that's got to be binder, yeah? I don't know what the fuck's going on here. Maybe it's a barber pole. Who the fuck knows? Maybe it's double wrapped. And a combination of Nicaraguan, Honduran, and Dominican fillers. The 7x70 offering will be be presented in 30 count boxes. It's going to be a 20-pound box of cigars, bro. It's going to take up one of your whole fucking shelves in your humidor, dude.
So
That thing's going to, you may as well sell it in a Home Depot bucket.
what is it? The 770s from Aganorsa, the JFRs.
Mm-hmm.
They come
The
in
lunatic.
They come in a 24 count.
Yeah.
And the fucking box is enormous
Yeah.
to the point where I'm not putting it on the shelf. They're in trays, and the boxes are getting put up on a shelf, and I'll just fill the tray out
Keep
of it.
one
I'm
of them motherfuckers behind the counter in case somebody tries to rob you.
right? We got the 880 for that.
There you go. All right, cool. We got it. At the 2023 Premium Cigar Association trade show, Selected Tobacco will debut the Atabey Black. The name sounds familiar. It's because that was part of the cigar industry's first NFT project. The Atabey Black made its debut in a conceptual form where digital art of the project was first offered up. Now the Atabey Black goes from virtual to an actual smokable product, and all I can think is, boy, do them motherfuckers that bought the NFT feel disappointed right now. I could have had an actual cigar instead of just a fucking picture of one. What the fuck? Indeed. Let's see. The production is quite limited, with only 5,000 of the cigars being produced, or 200 boxes of the initial release, and the cigars are being produced at Tabacos de Costa Rica. Pro Cigar has announced dates for its annual festival that will be held Friday, April 18th to the 23rd in 2024. This will be in the Dominican Republic, and it'll mark the 16th edition of the festival. Pro Cigar made the announcement on its dates on its social channels. This is an organization of cigar manufacturers based in the Dominican Republic, and each year they put on an annual festival that is a combination of farm and factory tours, seminars, and gala evening events. It is put on for end customers and is usually held in February. It's one of three major festivals in the cigar industry, with others being Festival de la Habano, sorry, I lost my line, which is in Cuba, and then Puro Sabor, which is in Nicaragua. The dates are the third week of February and consistent with the past practice. If that does not feel like something I would normally put in the news, you're right. It was a little bit of a slow week.
Really?
But I felt like I needed some filler, so I grabbed it. I grabbed it, you know.
We got the binder, need to filler.
Check out, did you see we got a calendar? Yeah. I don't know. So that like you could be like, hey, here's what we're smoking next week. And the kids will like this. This is really high end, super good quality.
I think Corey has
Wait, Sam, just take it down. He's writing things. There's some letters. I see some D's. Something. I can't read it. I can't. There's no way. This is not going to help at all. Perhaps Sam should not be charged of the writing.
Sam has the handwriting.
Hold on. There's a secret surprise. Take. It's magnetically on there. Take it down. Now flip it around. Show the camera. I love that he didn't look. It made it better.
Now come closer.
I'm trying not to look at any screens too.
Come closer.
I still haven't seen this yet.
Plop it right up in there.
Yeah.
Right up.
Yeah. Just put it.
We appreciate you playing along, Sam. Thank you for being.
Is that Facebook?
And there you go. That's why Sam. You can't take him anywhere. Oh,
52 minutes 27 seconds.
I promised it would be a fucking. I promised it would be a train wreck, didn't I? This is fucking glorious. This is good times. Oh man, I can't believe that worked out as well as it did.
I'm glad you're at least having.
a
little bit of fun.
I'm on vacation, bro. I'm cool. I'm cool. We'll find out next week. Well, next week I'll be on vacation too.
I live in pure stress, 20 hours a day, 6 days a week, and then
except for when he's spanking it in an isolation tank.
No,
have you ever?
I wouldn't. Dude, it would ruin it. Like it's too cool. I mean, go for it.
If you had one, if you had your own,
the water,
you had your own isolation tank in your own home, would you pleasure yourself in the isolation tank?
It doesn't have to be in my own home. I'd do it. If I was, I don't see any other reason to go do the thing.
I legit don't think I would. Like it's just such a, I don't know.
You come out of there like, my eyes stuck shut.
So the first time I went and did a float, I was good. I was comfortable. I was like, this is amazing. And then I had to pee.
Uh-oh.
So I'm like, shit. So I sit up.
And you bang your head.
It's not a problem to sit up. No, there's plenty of room.
I don't know.
And I go to climb out of this thing, and the water runs down my face. Now, this water is so salty, you can't not float.
Oh, that helped because I'm high density.
So now I have to piss.
Uh-huh.
I'm naked in a pitch black room, and I can't open my eyes to figure out what direction is up. And I'm like, hell no. I was only like 20 minutes in. I was not getting back in that sumbitch.
I mean, it's already salty.
That's gross.
Sorry, salty.
It's not.
The salinity
He's
in that
like,
was so high that it completely displaced you.
Sam comes out like, my athlete's foot is gone.
So are the crabs in the crotch rot.
My jellyfish sting does not hurt anymore.
We have a question from the audience. Would the intern smoke
Oh.
a cigar that was left in the ashtray of a pleasure tent?
Yes.
Heck yeah.
Wait.
I got a question for Ryan
I think
Seneca.
he wants to.
Ryan, where can I find this pleasure tent?
Look how far behind this is.
I need to know.
I'm just now getting the sign.
Yeah. Yeah, there's I'm in a place where it seems
I'm right with it.
congruent with yours.
I'm right on here.
Is your phone's a little slowy. Are you on the Wi-Fi's?
No, I
That could
I
be
have it
why.
off.
It could be why.
I think your audience fails to realize that I am one of the nastiest motherfuckers on the planet.
I can confirm that it's not a challenge that you want to issue unless you want to see it
Yeah.
done. Yeah, he's not one of
I'm
those
totally
people.
breaking away for a second.
I feel like as a James Bond movie, it is.
Sweet.
It is. It's got to be one of the ones with Pierce Bronson. And fucking they're oh no, it's Indiana Jones. It's Indiana
Okay.
Jones. When they're doing the chicken, the Jeeps are like driving at each other, and he's like, "You don't know him. You don't know him." And he's
Yeah,
trying
yeah.
to get him to steer away because he's like, "I'll drive right through you, motherfucker."
Right.
That's Jason. You do not know him. Do not play chicken with Jason because motherfucker, you're going to be disgusted.
Yeah, you.
Seneca said he'll send you his address.
So I will make this story as brief as I possibly can. When I was younger, we used to hang out at Eaton Park all the time because we all thought we were cool and we smoked cigarettes and Eaton Park was a place you
we've
could sit down.
discussed that
As
many
one
times
does.
on the show. Yes.
So me and my buddy Charlie would play this game called Gross Out.
Oh dear.
And what it was it started with a half a mug of coffee. And what you did was you took a sip of it, or you put something in it, took a sip of it, and handed it to the guy across the table. He put something in it, took a sip of it, and handed it to you.
So no matter what you
There
added,
was
you
only
had to
one
drink it
rule.
first.
The only rule was you couldn't put any body fluids in it because I was not going to let him hawker into that, take a sip of it,
Yeah.
and hand it to me.
that
you
is
know.
not where
So
my
now
mind was
we know
going.
so now we know his level.
I won't drink a hawker. No.
But
But
that's the bodily fluid he's worried about.
He's like, I'll drink your fucking your isolation
Oh, a shot
bath
of skeet, maybe. If I'm drunk.
Ryan, I feel like you might want to rescind or maybe not rescind that invitation.
We're gonna, if this is gonna work, we're gonna need another stream deck because we have to be able to hit buttons on.
No,
how to.
we don't need buttons.
Yeah.
Enough. Dude,
I need at least.
I am enjoying this show so much because it has not been a constant barrage of random fucking buttons that you hit 3.5 minutes ago and finally fucking went off.
That's what she said.
Exactly.
I need at least like the wah,
Jonesy
wah, wah
said this just weird.
and the crickets.
This just got weird.
Yeah, I need at least like two. So when he says something
No, you
stupid, I
really
can play.
don't.
Yeah,
You're
I
good. No,
Yeah.
you're fine.
mean, we can get
Just
another
relax.
co-host. There's lots of cigar shops around here.
It's
We'll
pretty-
find
it's
somebody,
pretty
guys.
cool.
Don't worry about it.
I'm actually I am legit impressed with how long you went without talking about the fact that you didn't have control for a little bit. I congrats. Like,
It's not about control. It's just about buttons. I like to be able to hit them with it. You know. Yeah. See what you created though is now it's not going away. It's
Oh, I
just
know.
now coming from a different part of the table.
I know.
Is
It's
all
more
it is.
fun this way though.
The only thing that really makes me not super excited about this is the fact that first of all, it's my own fault because I cannot not be in this chair. This is the head of the table. This is my spot. I'm not moving. Period.
Okay.
However, when I go to do the other podcasts, that's got to rotate. And then all the cameras are going to need adjusted thusly. However, we did camera adjustments for the other show anyway, so it's fine. But you know, it's still a growing situation.
I don't mind framing the shot.
Oh well, yeah, but I still have to rotate everything
Oh, yeah,
because that show comes after this one.
Hmm.
That's a Saturday show, so there's really nothing you could do about it. I'll have to rotate, so it'll be fine. But you got to appreciate how fucking massive and complex this fucking organism has become.
Bro, I walk in, I see two things: headphone and mic.
Yeah. Well,
That's
I bet
it.
I drew your
and
attention.
and then I go, "Can you see me?" Yep. And that's the fucking end of it. I watch the chat. I'm good.
I know.
Like it's
You were also were you not the person that nicknamed this thing the Kraken?
no.
No, was that the other show?
Yeah.
Sorry, I
it
can't
wasn't me.
tell you guys. apart.
What do you think of the frame?
I actually didn't pay any attention to it.
This is what I'm working with.
No, it's more direct. It's more
Yeah.
on par, like on point. It's down like at our level instead of like looking down upon our heads.
It's almost like you're sitting at the table with you guys.
You know what I
I hope
miss?
not, because you poor bastards do
Yeah.
not want to be here.
What I miss is that we don't get the Chichingo bobblehead and shit in the background no more. But that was always pretty far.
I mean,
off
we can
anyway.
put it right there.
We could.
It'll fit.
I'd have to move more shit around, more shifting. It'd be shifty.
I mean, at least he's not right here anymore. Because, dude, there was a while there you were like building me into a corner.
Yeah, well, all you need is the microphone and the fucking chat room, bro.
Fucking go with it. He's like,
I'm gonna fucking use that
He-
against you forever.
he's saltier than that fucking isolation tank at this point. Fucking talking about putting your fucking mic and all this shit I got here.
I'm not afraid to take a leak without standing up. That's why.
Oh,
It's all salty over here.
do you pee sitting down? Is that what he's saying?
I pee
mean,
sitting down
sometimes it's
every
relaxing.
time I shit. You know which other and listen, I do not support men sitting for every pee. Unless you got a piercing
Why
that
not?
prohibits you.
What if he wants to get comfortable? Why does it matter?
I don't know.
I use a squatty potty, goddammit.
I don't know. I just have a natural instinct against it. With that being said, my first one of the day, I'm always going to sit down because my back's all fucked up and shit. And it's like
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
want to stand there and wait.
I'll tell you what.
That's a sitter.
Women have no idea what fear is. And I'll explain to you why.
Zipper.
I know you will.
Because a woman has never sat down on a porta-john toilet and had the tip of her cock touch
brush
the
the edge.
inside of the wall of that fucking porta-john. That is fear, friend. That is fear.
You're going to have that same experience if you ever have the urge and don't have the ability to get away, and you have to do it in our locker room because we have that super fucking
done it in the
small
locker room.
toilet.
Dude.
Yeah, dude. You know what? I try to tuck it to the side. You like squeeze it in there to the side, and then
You
you're
boys
sitting
have-
there. You're sitting there getting comfortable,
Mine's-
and then all of a sudden it springs out, and you're like, "No!"
Mine fits.
You guys have never used a prison. You guys have never used a prison toilet, have you?
I've never been to prison.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Well, I've been to prison.
That's special. Great movie, by the way. Let's go to prison.
Ernest scared stupid, or wait, Ernest goes to jail.
No, it's called Let's Go to Prison.
Right, but I was thinking Ernest
Oh,
goes to
okay.
jail.
I like his better.
Yeah, and
I
then
know his.
Ernest was the band. And then
That guy shaped my childhood.
when you're on a military aircraft,
Do that again. Fucking 1 hour, 1 minute and 30 seconds.
you have to write them down or something, bro. You can't just
Yeah.
say them because then you still have to watch it, and you say it after it fucking happens,
That's correct.
anyways.
Yeah, you've got fucking 18 fucking
Sound bites, and you got to watch the whole episode just to know when they were.
Yeah,
Anyway.
there ain't no way.
Nah, I'm good with it.
Yeah.
And then you got to figure out where it's actually going to
At
be.
least insert a marker or something, you know.
But no, and then in the military, if you're on a C-130, there's a can in the corner.
Uh-huh.
And it's got a hole in it about that big around, and you go over and you put everything inside of it, and that's what you do.
How do you put your butt's hole in it?
You don't. You don't.
I've never put my butt's hole in anything. It doesn't protrude far enough
Well, he
to
said
be
you put
inserted.
everything in it.
Oh yeah, no.
He's got a fucking dangler. His
Prolapse.
meat ring must be
Oh,
blown
Ace
out.
Ventura.
It's
Yeah.
prolapse.
It's the worst case of hemorrhoids I've ever seen in my life.
That's none of your damn business, and I thank you to stay out of my personal matters.
Fucking
So
nuts.
C-130,
Yeah.
little hole. Put your
Yeah,
business in it.
Well, you walk and there's just a can that just sits there in the corner. It's bolted down, and first off, you're sitting like this. So your legs are like this with a guy here and a guy here, and your legs are
Uh-huh.
crossed like that
Oh dear.
in full battle rattle, and nobody can fucking move. And you're the asshole who goes, I have to pee. So the only way that it actually works, so like everybody's supposed to stand up and let you go, but you're talking like 70 people got to stand up and get out of your way, or you just stand up and walk across their legs
Mm.
and just be like, just look at them and they'll be like, yeah, go ahead, or no, my leg's in the wrong place.
Ryan Seneca, if you read his comment in the chat, has been to Jason's house on
Oh.
an emergency call before.
Yeah, when your innies become your outies, that's not a good thing. That's terrible.
If you want to find out, you got to read. You got to read the chat. You should be here with us live. Every
I am.
Friday
I just-
at 6:00. I'm talking to the audience.
There we go.
yeah, then but you got to shake it off.
You got to shake it off.
And like you don't realize how much area you take to shake when you only got a hole this big to put it in. What are you going to do? Take it out and shake it around in the middle of the airplane? And you're not like in privacy.
He's not. Yeah, you
It's
remember the
basically
oil
like
field?
yeah. But no, I mean,
you never seen a motherfucker helicopter off a stumping deck?
dude. I get all. Yeah, I'm all that shit.
I was
I'm used
like,
to it.
bro, I'm impressed that I can see it from down here. Like, you got me, fucking.
You must know Rooster.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
Hey, he called the rooster.
Oh yeah.
So the question is,
Shit.
how do you shake?
You just go for it. You just kind of.
Do you wiggle?
You grab as close to the tip as you can and kind of shake the fuck out of it.
Give
And
her
hope
one
for
of
the
these-
best.
Oh no, that's not how I shake at all.
No, I'm talking about when you're on the
Oh
plane.
no, I'm talking about in regular
Oh no,
life. Like, how do you shake?
I do this. I put my dick between my fingers. I go like this.
Okay.
That's it. I just go.
I have officially learned way more about Sam than I ever needed to know.
Well, how do you
Way
shake? You just
more.
grab it.
Cool.
Be like,
I'll tell you, Corey. How do you shake?
That's not something that we're going to talk about now. I got to leave something.
I do it by the
something
base
there.
and then fucking helicopter that thing.
No shit.
Yep.
so you just spread it around the fucking bathroom.
Oh, sometimes it hits me in the
You are
eye.
never allowed to piss in my house
Explains-
ever. We got a tree out back for guys just like you.
Okay.
You're that fucking guy.
I told you I'm the nastiest fucking
Motherfucker.
person you'll ever be.
Mm.
You're nasty, motherfucker. You're nasty.
The first thing he has to do is coax it out of his body.
I mean,
But
but you gotta remember too. I use my ball sack.
Poke
as
my
a-
belly button.
I use my ball sack as a rudder because it's so small. So I just kind of like dangle it down that and just aim my ball sack.
Oh.
It's one of the.
Yeah, Jones.
Jonesy's like, and we're off the rails.
Running off the rails on a crazy train.
You guys got anything you want us to talk about? Any ridiculousness? While Corey, you want to move on to the events?
Redonkulousness?
Redonkulousness.
Recoculous?
How is that show still on the fucking air?
I don't know. I
Ridiculousness?
haven't watched any.
It's literally
TV.
3 people sitting there watching YouTube videos, and it's like 20 fucking seasons in on
Because
MTV.
it's America's funniest home videos.
Yeah,
but
it is,
it's with
but like, what the fuck?
with younger people.
It's millennials' funniest home videos.
They're the Bob Saget's
Yeah.
of the new era is what's going on here. So since we don't have a jingle to play for this segment, and maybe you're thinking my business needs some sponsorships, like fucking hook it up. Saturday, May 20th, the next installment of the Leaning House Fine Cigars Summer Deck Concert Series. That's a lot of fucking words. We need to shorten that shit up. Take an example from Shield there, Dave. We've got the Matt Bramanti Band. That's going to be again next Saturday. Also on Saturday, May the 20th at 2 p.m. until 6, we get the hand-rolled event with Francisco Amante of DBL Cigars and owner of, that's the owner and the territory manager, Rick Evers. Nice guy. Talked to him, sent us some sticks. Good dude. From DBL, Dominican Big Leaguer. They're going to be down there at Nelson Muguasto's doing those hand-rolled cigars, man. You got to love it. You got to enjoy it. What do you get giggling? We need one? Sidebar?
Seneca.
Yeah, get
I'll
it.
touch it afterwards.
Pitter patter.
All right.
All right, then. Monday, May 22nd, we have the Ashton Fry Bar at the Smokestack Everything Tobacco. It's time to kick off the summer series with their annual bar fry. Sounds like a good time. This year they're hosting Alex from Ashton Cigars. I'm contemplating this whole thing in their wording in my head while I'm trying to read it. They got fries with tons of toppings, deals on cigars, and prizes. So, if you don't think fries are just filler, head on down to the Smokestack. It came right around. That was nice. Thursday, May 25th, Sinistro cigar event at Old Allegheny Smoke Shop. No details released yet, but I expect deals on Sinistro products and probably a possible sighting of Coleman Fine. Friday, May 26th at Dirty Dog Cigar Shop. Have fun and a cigar for a good reason. What is Memorial Day? For some people, it's a long weekend, a day off, and a picnic. There's a greater reason. It's a day to remember those who have fallen in service to our nation. The Dirty Dog Cigar Shop would like to help you do all of that on Friday, May 26th, while our friends Patty and Chichingo, I had to make sure I didn't fuck it up and say the other word, have partnered with Mission 22 to accomplish all of that. It is estimated that 22 veterans a day commit suicide. Please help them and Mission 22 prevent it. Join them for a night of fun, food, games, and cigars to help Mission 22 accomplish their goal. A Dave and Patty production. Every time you got to do it. And then finally, Saturday, May 27th at the Blind Fox, it's the Blind Fox Cigar Lunch. Hey, they made a cigar. Come get a handful of them, get a couple of deals, and a couple of drinks, and a light meal. I like how he says light meal. It says like potato chips and ham barbecue.
That's a light meal.
That is definitely a show notes that you're pointing
There's
at. Very
one
good
more on
job.
the
There's one more.
So there's
Friendly reminder.
so everything got all jacked up. There's actually a third page that just has like one of the links at the bottom that got printed that I discarded because I didn't watch my spacing. Saturday, June 10th, it's back. A cigar crawl. Western Pennsylvania's premier one-day cigar event. The crawl will be traveling to 5 cigar stores in the Pittsburgh area. And for more information, you can check out the PCC events tab.
Yeah, you know me. So Mr. Seneca said
Sam.
his favorite clip from Ridiculousness is when Larry King asked Chanel what her role was on the show, and she just sat there silent. So if you haven't seen the show, that'll mean nothing to you. But
She has the terrible laugh.
she has a terrible laugh.
She's
She's
like
literally there just to be like the pretty face. She's the rapper that nobody's ever actually
Is
fucking
that
heard
what
of.
she did?
She's a rapper. Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Her
Nobody
teeth
knows-
bother
She was
me.
like, she was. So that's where I was. That was she's the new Fran Dresner.
Yeah.
right, or whatever her name is. Because she's like pretty, but not like supermodel pretty. She's like, okay, you're like above average looking girl, but your laugh is fucking terrible, and I don't know if I could be in a room.
Ooh,
with you.
imagine what her moan sounds like.
It sounds like this.
Oh yeah, with your hand over your mouth.
This is problem solved. Like
You choke her while you're doing it.
all
She
right,
doesn't make it.
and too far.
You know what? One problem is with this whole experience. We're gonna have to put a clock in this room, like a.
Yeah, I have no idea where we're
I
at
have
now.
no idea how much. time
I'm kind of enjoying that you don't, because I'm used to not really looking at it.
Yeah, but the thing is, you got to like have an idea of going like, okay, like, are we running out of steam? Are we running good? Cool. We'll fucking make us a 2.5 hour, 3 hour show. No
I'm gonna
problem.
guess we're at between an hour 15 and an hour 20 right now.
I'm gonna
Hour
go with-
10:47.
You didn't give
something
me a
not that far.
chance.
Yeah, what the
I was gonna say
fuck?
111,
Oh my
but
God,
I was actually
stop.
thinking of going down because
Bad. You're nasty.
I wanted the prices right. You
1 minute.
And, yeah. 1 minute, folks.
and that's just I took all the steam away. I
Just took it out of
It's
you?
all gone. What do you got?
Uh,
Fucking lead the show, buddy.
No, I don't.
See?
I don't come here for that. I come here to relax and throw my feet up. Like, I feel like you know this.
Well, then have fun listening to us.
You're
next
no
week.
fun. All right. So I'm trying to think of what I can talk about other than the shop. 'cause
No, it's
like
fine.
my
I was
entire
just
life
giving
is
you
the
shit
shop.
because like typically what I have, I'm used to the multitasking,
I know.
so I could be like, oh, we need to keep going. We need to probably chill out, all that happy shit. So it's going to be a little bit of a change. We could probably do it with a mirror. Just put a mirror over there where I could see the timer on the
Sure.
board. Yeah.
I
Or you could just like lean
yes,
in.
start a little timer and
Yeah.
be like,
I could be like,
Oh, there you go.
yeah,
Just like put a timer on your phone.
yeah, just like a little egg timer.
Or pay attention to Facebook timing. Like whenever you get
you could
started.
go on Amazon and get an egg timer. I'm sure you're.
I could do that. But it seems like it would be a way better waste of funds to just get a giant fucking clock in here and have a remote switch for it and it just clock like a missile countdown clock. Yeah.
Why do we
Only it
want
would
to
count
down?
up instead of down.
Well, yes. Yes,
So,
it would.
Your analogy is
would.
incorrect then.
I thought about putting it up an on air button to like a sign
An on air
to keep people from coming in here, but it wouldn't stop them anyway.
No, they're just gonna be like, well, no, he's doing the show.
Yeah.
Clunk, clunk. Hey, Dad.
Garage door comes up and shit. We need one outside too, for sure. And then
The fuck is that? Oh, it's Jonesy.
if we get those birds to just settle the fuck down out here,
There
we'll
was a
record
couple
show.
really good choruses today.
Yeah.
Well, I think during the intro,
Yeah.
there was like a real long, just like.
Oh, you did
Got
that pretty
the
well.
Air conditioner
Oh, shit.
compressor kicking in and out.
Is that what that was? I
That's
heard
what that was, yeah. And occasionally, if we're doing coffee beverages, you'll just hear the fucking coffee
Yeah.
machine dump the grounds. It's just like everyone's like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "Just the coffee machine."
It gets me every single time though. I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck. Okay, that's what it is. Like,
Oh, it gets out there to serve some people. So it sucks because we have not talked very much lately. And there are a few thoughts in my head that I want to ask some follow ups on, but I don't know if we're ready to talk about them on the show yet. So we'll just have to kind of wait and see.
I can't say go ahead because I have no
Yeah,
idea.
Exactly.
Seneca said he
wanna
heard a
you
helicopter,
don't want to
too.
go in blind.
Yeah, no. I
If
I
you
don't
heard
trust
a
enough for
helicopter, that was Jason shaking his dick.
that. yeah. Jason had to take a piss. Actually, it was more like.
That's right. Same place, different sounds. I like it. I wasn't shitting about that dude helicoptering in the oil field. I'm like, that motherfucker got a rope.
Dude, that's Rooster.
Yeah.
He worked
Deep well or
on I think he worked for Patterson.
Yeah,
He
wasn't my-
would-
no, it was a different dude.
Oh, there was a dude that worked for Patterson. His name was Rooster, right? and they called him Rooster because obviously cock. And he would sit at the safety meetings. He didn't wear any underwear under his coveralls. And you know how the coveralls have a little hole in the side.
He'd pull it outside.
He would pull his cock out of that fucking hole during the fucking safety meeting.
just sit there with
And
it.
there's this much cock coming out of that fucking hole.
If anyone ever does that at a safety meeting at the mill, I'm out.
Could you imagine?
I could. Yeah, it'd be not bueno. I've heard some stories about fucking from the old guy that we work with about fucking the good old days when he was hourly in the fucking shower rooms with the boys. Is
They all, their locker rooms are communal
Yeah.
locker rooms. They all shower together. I don't know if they shower together. but-
I know for a fact a lot of them don't shower at all,
Right.
like ever. Probably not at home either.
well, if they worked at the other mill, they would shower. I promise you.
That's true. We got the fucking they call our mill is already called the country club, and we work in one of like the easiest parts for the hourly.
Yeah, we
guys.
work
wow.
in the easiest part
and
of
the guys
the
cry.
easiest mill.
and they cry all day long about how fucking
You better
bad
hope.
they have
You
it.
better hope they don't watch the show.
Well, we never say. Oh, I don't give a fuck.
We never
but
say
we never
where he
say the
works.
name. We that just to set the rules.
We've been through this.
Yeah, okay. Just making sure. You can never say that too many times.
case
We're
you
also
guys are
not allowed to put
wondering.
it on Facebook.
By the way, you don't have a job anymore, and we're gonna go after you for all of the shit you put on social media.
Yeah, you're
Like-
done.
Oh, okay. Back to the oil field.
Yeah.
Start hawking all of my fucking podcast gear on fucking Facebook, I guess. There's other buttons, bro. Fucking explore the room.
Seneca said he worked at all three, and yours is definitely the country club.
Oh, yeah.
Like, not even a question.
Did Seneca work there?
It probably as a medic.
Oh yeah, probably.
He could have been a
There's
guard. He could have been a guard.
Yeah.
Did you have one of those rockin' ass fucking mustaches? Dude, anytime you have to call those motherfuckers, it's like a Super Troopers reference right the fuck there.
Right,
Oh,
that, yeah.
You're like, you got those big,
Give me
luxurious
a,
lips.
Liter of
He's
cola.
catching on.
Order a large farva.
Yeah.
I don't want a large farva. I want a goddamn liter of cola.
We gotta get
Seneca
the
said
one.
indeed.
We got to get the one where he's like, fucking, it's not fair. You've got these big old voluptuous lips. I've got these little bird lips.
He said firefighter / EMT and no mustache. LOL.
Mm.
Oh man.
You can't
that
grow
sucks.
one, can you? That's why you
Oh,
left.
dude.
When
You
did
got bullied.
Some of them are fucking glorious, and the other ones you're like, you'd be better off with them.
when did Seneca work there?
fucking Fleener.
What Seneca? When did you work there?
What's a mustache ride?
I
do.
Meow.
'Cause-
I want one right meow.
My dad worked at the dirt plant.
My dad worked at the dirt plant.
I don't know which one's the dirt plant.
He'll know which one the dirt plant is.
He'll know which one the dirt plant is.
I don't. Is it the really dirt one?
Is it the really dirt one?
It's the really
Is
dirty
it
one.
the Pepsi one?
Is it the Pepsi one?
What?
No,
What?
too much reference.
Too much reference.
Too much reference.
Too much reference.
Okay, we're not going to start that round off. That's, like I knew what was happening. It was fun, and then I was like, no, we all repeated down
How
and
long
back.
did
That's
it
it.
take everybody to go like, oh, he's doing the repeater?
The first time you did it.
See, that's what I appreciate about you.
The very first time.
That's
that
why
what
that's
you
why
appreciate
our
about it?
iteration. I gotta bring. I'll bring it down 10%. That's why our iteration didn't make it, man. We didn't have that fucking. It took you a couple seconds.
Womp womp.
Hey, I guess so. It also one podcast and then I,
I gotta
disappeared.
see.
Corey
so
didn't
the-
like that your voice was more
I
booming than
bet
his.
you I have it somewhere.
I'll bet you do too.
I
The
bet you
problem
do.
is you can't open those Pro Tools files without a Pro Tools subscription and
Oh,
converting it.
bullshit.
So I'd have no idea. I'd have to go through 100 files, and I ran out of free trial. So all that old shit is
It's gone.
deleted.
For fuck's sake.
That's right.
Oh. And that was the second time I got crabs. Fucking
Where'd my
Jonesy. Jonesy, I've missed you,
God
man.
damn it! My coast.
Yeah,
on
you-
the floor.
Well, listen, man.
This is Mickey Peg's fault. An inferior product. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Fucking plug puller.
fucking plug puller. You like it when Mickey pulls your plug there, bud?
Actually, he does it in a helicopter motion.
In a helicopter. He pulls it right round, baby.
Wear your
right
PPE,
round.
kids.
That's fucked up, bro.
Hell yeah. Where it'd still be nice to get the whole gang. Like, I miss the whole gang. Where's fucking Peppa Patty? Where's fucking
Dude, they have
Heather? Where's
some asshole made them into
Jeff?
David Patty Productions. They're always fucking busy on Friday nights now. So
amazing.
we lost them.
It's amazing what a logo will do.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
fucking just
That-
out there.
That's on you, man. That's you. You
We
chose
got
that.
good
life.
looking Jeff. See, you think it's the weather, but they've been gone for a while, man. We need them back.
No, they got something going on. I can't remember what they said it was, but I talked to them last night.
One of these days, we're going to be forced into a different time slot, and there's going to be like 45 people watching this shit live because they'd
Like,
rather do
what?
this than work.
Hey, Heather showed up.
right
Oh,
when
there
it,
you go. She-
what
boom.
the fuck?
It's like she knew you
Holy
were
shit.
calling. towards the world.
Beetlejuice. What flavor monster are you drinking there, Heather?
Oh god.
You-
here
you
we
s-
go.
You said Beetlejuice, and that kind of reminds me. As an adult, do you guys remember the Beetlejuice cartoon?
Oh, that was a great cartoon.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. Sandworms.
But like
and
it
shit.
doesn't
Tell
really-
me that the relationship between Beetlejuice and Lydia wasn't a bit suspect.
It's a bit
bit?
much.
Come
Yeah.
on, dude.
It was
It's necrophilia and fucking pedophilia all rolled up into one. It's
All into one.
necropedophilia.
Right, but that was in
That's
all
my new
kinds.
favorite word.
That was in all kinds
They're-
of kids' cartoons.
they're currently in Lancaster at a DBL event. Patty just sent me
Oh.
this, so I don't know if they heard you or what.
like. Do you remember?
Where the fuck are these motherfuckers?
Do you remember the
What's going
cartoon
on?
Rocco's Modern Life?
Oh, Jesus.
Fuck yeah.
What was?
I'm nauseous. I'm nauseous.
Hold on, shut it down for a second. Heather says she's drinking a pineapple, of course. I have to ask, is it upside down?
Oh, Panoply.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a relevant question for sure. But just to sidestep back here for a second, because pedonecrophilia is my new favorite word. 100% without
why
a doubt.
is that your favorite?
You're
word?
on a
That's
fucking list now.
It is my new
terrible.
favorite
Yeah,
word, yeah.
You're on a
For
list
sure.
now.
But you belong
sure.
on a list now. Like that's fucked up, bro.
We're about to get like 5,000
It's like
new
chlamydia,
listeners.
fun to say, not to have. But
That's
like, you just don't
That's right.
fucking say it.
We're going to have a bunch of new listeners. They're all going to work for the federal government.
65 FBI agent watching concurrently.
Listens are listens, baby.
So you remember Rocco's Modern Life, right?
and your wife said, "Smack my head."
Rocco's
So-
Modern Life.
So your wife was here for that comment,
Yeah,
by
oh
the
yeah,
way.
hell yeah.
What was Rocco's job? Do you remember what he did
Video
for a living?
store.
No, but I remember his sweet outfit.
Rocco
Really big
worked
baby?
as a sex phone operator.
That's
No
right.
shit.
Yeah.
Is it really big?
Yeah, he talked dirty to people.
Yeah, he would. Oh baby, oh baby, oh baby. But that's all he would ever say.
Yep.
And you were, you're fucking like 9 years old. You didn't get it. You're like, what the hell is he doing? And why is there a picture of the frog bitch, his neighbor frog
Right.
bitch in a bikini on the fucking wall
Right.
there?
Mr. and Mrs. Big Head.
Yeah, Mr.
Yes. Dude, the fact you remembered that.
And the dog
Wow.
was my favorite, Spunky.
Spunky.
Yeah.
What the
Yeah.
fuck was the cow's name?
That lets you know where he's discharging.
Yeah, that's
all
what I was
them-
gonna say.
The phone calls is
He-
on the dog.
He's a
The
sex
cat-
worker
Heifer.
with a dog
Heifer.
named Spunk.
Heifer. Right,
Heifer.
right. And then
And
Filbert.
Filbert.
nauseous.
I'm nauseous.
I
I'm
think I
nauseous.
told you when you came in for your fucking walkthrough at the interview at the mill. I'm like, you look like Filbert
Seneca, you
with
have to
those
rip that
glasses
for me.
and the hard hat.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, Seneca just said he bought the whole Rocco's Modern Life series on DVD.
Fuck yeah, dude. Good
Dude,
day.
Dude.
How about Ren and Stimpy? Fucking
That was
Action League
Ren
Now?
and Stimpy. Ren and Stimpy was an analogy for homosexuality.
I wasn't allowed. My
Period.
parents would not let us watch that, so we were able to watch that one on the slide.
My
dad hated Ren and
Yeah.
reeks of trees. Our yaks
Tiny
are
Toons?
Really large and they smell like rotting beef carcasses.
Motherfucker, you
That was
remember
a
that,
little
but you don't know
excessive.
the song "Cows with Guns." You
That
never
was
heard
never
the,
heard
the
that.
Royal Canadian Kilted Yaxman.
That's correct.
Yep.
Yep.
Let's go.
And we will probably go to.
And that is our great reward for being the Royal
Canadian Kilted Yaxman.
You feel better there, Micro?
Yeah.
You still like me not having volume controls?
I'm just stuck on the fact that, like, you said you guys didn't have the synergy, but I mean, you guys, you meshed.
No.
You were one for a moment. there.
It happens occasionally. So here's the difference. Me
Even a
and
blind
you,
squirrel finds an acorn.
We've got
Good job not using the nut on that one. After what you agreed to drink earlier. I'm glad you didn't say
That's
nut
right.
on that one.
Is right. He's fucking squeezing out Spunky.
Spunky.
Spunky. Fucking-
I'm over here going, I'm nauseous. I'm nauseous.
I described Jason even at the when I recommended him for the job. I'm like, he is the most similar person to me that I think I've ever encountered in my life. But that doesn't mean
I don't
that
know
we're
whether to
always
take
in
that as
this
an insult or a compliment.
You could go either way, and I'm sure you do. But
Skeet.
that doesn't mean we're always thinking the same thing at the same time. You have a stable brain. My brain is constantly like going like a okay, compared to me, my brain is a fucking slot machine, just with wheels spinning. Nobody knows where the fuck it's gonna pop up. The nice thing about us is when my shit stops, you're like, oh yeah, I can work with that.
Bro,
Here's a great question.
It's log, it's
Big,
big, it's heavy, it's wood. It's log, it's log, it's better than bad, it's good. Everyone loves the log.
You're gonna love the law.
All right, we can stop.
I bet you do love
What
the
was your
log.
question that you were so excited about that Corey cut you off on?
We're gonna get cut off
Does
of YouTube.
does your brain, is it ever silent in your head?
Mine?
Yes.
Dude, you have no fucking idea. No.
That's a legitimate question
No.
because my brain is never silent.
No.
Yeah. Neither
So-
is your mouth.
We were at
Correct.
So I
He's
used,
like, I don't need a microphone. I don't know.
before the triplets, I used to go on this float trip every year.
Mhm.
And I go up there and it's 4 days, camp, float, great time. I'm up there and this guy's like, he looks at me and I'd been there like 2-3 hours and all it is just shit talking nonstop. I mean, there's 25, 30 guys there. It's just nonstop shit talking. Everybody's having a blast. Nobody takes anything personal. It's a good group. And he goes,
It's a good group.
I mean this completely sincerely. I would fucking hate to be in your brain. He's like, I've never, ever seen anything like that. I was like, yeah, it's pretty bad. Like the amount of things I don't say
Right.
is probably 200 to 1. Like, and I mean that legit. Like,
Absolutely.
This
I
is where the opposites
never
attract.
fucking stop. Like, and I can go as fast as you want, and I'm still going to be 200 to 1. Like, if I just keep shit talking and I just fire, that's bad.
It's funny because I'm 200 to 1 also, but it's the other way.
Yeah, but you fucking say it.
Yeah. Yeah. I say 199 out of every 200 things that enter my brain.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, if this is going to get me like fucking crucified in the public eye, I might hold back. But even then, it's still a coin flip, you know?
Yeah, but no, even then, you kind of like skirt it. You come as close to that fucking line. You get your point across and you're like, I know what you meant there.
All right. We're going to leave that one where it lies.
That's enough there. Yeah.
That's right.
We
Ain't
should
no work.
not admit to any more of that.
Anymore who?
Yes.
Okay. Penelope.
Cruise.
That's what I thought too. I don't know. The word just, it was like, I need a
said
random
that-
word to go
I
to.
thought about the whiskey. Such a fucking good whiskey.
Yeah.
And the cocksucker sold out, and I hope it's still good.
This could be a new segment, like random word from Corey, and we just have to talk about the
no.
subject matter.
No, because
I promise it would
I've
be
heard some of
true
the words
random.
you fucking say.
But it would be true
No,
random. It wouldn't be a
no,
setup.
that's even worse.
Here, Rubik's Cube.
Oh,
I can solve
fucking kids.
I can't.
it. Yep. I
No,
can.
I have no
about,
idea.
about 6 minutes I can solve it.
Yeah. What does that take me to? Pop Goes Perfection.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
all I got. for
Twister.
that. Twister. Naked Twister.
No.
Don't even know her.
But we are ordering Twister bed sheets. Convinced the wife of that like 2 days ago.
Dude, that would be the end of my world. 100%. Because,
Worst case scenario, you fall down on your back on your bed.
bro, you have no idea how fragile I am.
So that's
My
the worst case
skeleton.
scenario.
My
What's the best
skeleton.
case scenario?
She falls down,
accidentally falls
on
down
you
on
on
me.
your bed.
Yeah, high five.
Oh, that's the one tripped,
That's right.
fell, landed on my
That's right.
dick.
That's
Yeah.
yes. Oh,
Dun, 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 dun.
Guilty Conscience.
Yep,
Eminem,
that's
Dr.
it.
Dre. I know that whole fucking thing for some reason.
It's a decent song.
It's one of my favorites from him too.
Inspector Gadget was my jam too. Fucking good shit.
Right, bro.
It only had
Dude,
two words.
Da-na-na-na-na.
Inspector.
I was talking about the show, not the theme song.
Da-na-na-na-na.
Just the fucking claw.
Dude, Tiny Toons.
Dude, the
Tiny Toon Adventures, man.
right.
Bug or
Whatever their names were.
I could taste the cereal.
I just remember
It's all
Pluck the
out
Duck
there.
and the episode where he's flushing the fucking shit down the toilet and he's like,
No,
remote control go down the hole.
Yeah.
Oh, down the hole. Like
I
down
put-
the
Toilet
hole,
painter go down the
the
hole.
Toot toot
Yep.
go down the hole.
This is
Toot toot go
terrible.
down the
Everybody
hole.
What
laughed.
about in the elevator? I push the button.
No,
That's
I
right.
pushed the button.
No, I pushed the button.
That's right. Damn right. Yeah. Yo, that was a good fucking.
Bow,
What was that?
bow.
SNES game. Fucking
That
Tiny
was a good
Toons
one.
dope
Which is-
game.
Super
Yeah.
Nintendo game,
Yeah.
yeah.
Picking up carrots and shit. Let's go.
Yeah. What was your favorite Super Nintendo game?
Ooh, I don't know. I didn't play a ton of Super Nintendo, but
No,
actually, to be
I
honest
was
with
a
you,
Genesis guy.
Super Mario World, right? Was that the one? On
Super
that?
Mario World, yeah.
Such a
Yeah, that
good
was for
game.
the Super
I
Nintendo.
was a Genesis guy.
I think
My favorite was Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. I liked RPGs.
mine was Killer Instinct.
KI. What was your favorite Genesis game?
Probably Terminator.
Never
the
played it.
T2
Oh my god, I
the
remember
T2
that.
game was
T2 Judgment Day,
Fucking
baby.
dark, man. It was,
Yeah.
and we played it on a black and white TV.
Ooh,
We had,
Interesting.
Mine-
we had like a desk built, and we had boxed underneath the desk. So my dad had like a workstation for fixing phones,
Uh-huh.
and he had built it out, and then let us put plywood up on one side, and then we would crawl into the backside
Oh,
of it. So
no
like he'd
shit.
be here working, and we'd be underneath playing
That's
video
fucking
games.
awesome.
here he is
Yeah.
today, still crawling into the
My,
backside.
my favorite Genesis game was Sonic Spinball.
Ew.
That was a good one.
Mutant League Hockey.
Fuck,
Holy
dude.
fuck.
That
All
game was awesome. Close second, Earthworm Jim.
Yeah,
All right.
Earthworm Jim was pretty good.
Seneca said, "What's just in general the best video game of the '90s?" The '90s covers
Best video
a
game of
lot
the
of fucking
90s.
games.
GoldenEye
So, dude, GoldenEye.
is a game changer. The control scheme was terrible back
Yeah,
then, but
GoldenEye.
we didn't
But
know
we
it
still
yet.
we still play that.
We
Me and
didn't
my
know
buddies
it.
still play
Now,
it.
Yeah.
now there's favorite game of the 90s and best game of the 90s.
Okay.
So,
Metal Gear Solid.
ouch.
Yeah, that was in the '90s, fucker.
No, not that it was in the 90s, but that's a good one. I hadn't
fucking
considered Metal
fire.
Gear Solid.
Yeah, PlayStation 1.
Yeah, I was. Oh, you could break that down into fucking categories, but like top.
Oh, dude, he said Twisted
Ooh.
Metal too.
Another
Twisted
great
Metal.
game.
Sure, that's a good party
Another
game.
great game with a terrible control scheme.
No, that one you could change the controls like efficiently.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one wasn't bad.
Best game of the 90s. I think like it's got to be it.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2
Arcade.
2 on NES. That's the
going-
game I played the most.
I'm going for the not Majora's Mask.
We got a Contra.
Yeah,
That's because she's old, Heather.
but could you pull a demon net out in that game? Fucking, if you're like, oh, I'm gonna pull my goalie, get a extra attacker, put the demon net in, and can you murder?
Blades of Steel.
Can you-
Blades of Steel.
Can you force the other team to have to forfeit because you murdered too many other players?
They don't have it. They don't have any more substitutes, so they have to forfeit the
My
game.
favorite was the coaches. Like
Oh,
they would do the little thing with the Coach Jackson, and it's a mutiny. They're like, and it would like have fucking
would
subtitles
translate
that
it?
come up. Yeah, dude, it was the same sound bite.
Corey's
every
like, I
fucking
wish
time.
I'd have known how to read when I played that game.
It's such a good game, dude. I will love that
Oh man,
shit.
you would have to. I think you
I'd
would have
kill
to
for a
break
new
that
version.
You have to
down.
break it down by console.
Yeah,
You
by
have to.
console. If you're gonna go like best best NES game, best SNES
Oh,
game,
we're losing Jonesy.
PlayStation.
Yeah.
Jonesy, you poor bastard. You had such a terrible
Dude, NFL
refreshed
Blitz. I was going to
childhood.
say that too.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Yeah, Streets.
NBA Jam.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, NBA Hang Time. Which
Who was the little itty bitty one? Was that Scottie Pippen?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And then
Dude,
you
he
could
was
put the
the
code
man.
in.
He's on fire.
You could put the code in, and then be like fucking Bill Clinton and Kurt Cobain and shit.
I did not know about that code.
Tekken.
However, you could create
Original
your own
Tekken.
character,
Right,
and then you would give him a name that was pre-recorded.
right.
And there was nothing close to Corey except for it, and so I'd use it. It was great, Cornelius.
Cornelius.
So every time he would go up for like a fucking dunk,
All right, there's Cornelius. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and
Boom,
girls.
shakalaka.
Yep. That's exactly what I was going to say. Cornelius coming down the court. Boom. Shakalaka.
Fuck yeah,
Dude, good old fucking time.
we need some gushers.
These
and
kids
some
will never
fucking-
know the fucking glory of
and
a
some
LAN
fucking
party.
Ecto Cooler, baby.
I was
These
gonna
kids
go a
will
Code Red
never-
Mountain Dew, but all right.
They'll never know the fucking glory of Surge
Yeah,
and a LAN party.
dude. All of your buddies
Good
bringing
times.
their fucking
Their
PCs
consoles
over to
over?
your consoles,
back when-
PCs.
Back when they, what's actually funny is they weighed like 100 pounds back then, and now they weigh 100 pounds again because they're this fucking big.
Yeah.
But at least the monitors aren't heavy.
Oh, dude, my home PC. My
Dude,
home
you remember
PC is
dragging them
a
CRT
monster.
monitors? The
Yeah.
CRT monitors?
Mhm.
They're
Yeah.
like, yeah, fucking big. You're like, fuck it. All right.
Jonesy, I'm with you. Jolt Cola.
Jolt.
Fucking Josta, baby.
Josta. I haven't even thought of that one.
My dad called that
Crystal
Panther piss.
Clear Pepsi.
Dude, so I tried to get I'm trying to set up a vendor for like pop and soda wherever the fuck you're from, and Jolt is not greater than Surge, by the way. Seneca,
Surge was the gooder
say it all you fucking
version
want.
for sure. They had the campaign, bro.
Squirt.
It's all about the advertisements.
They still make
in those
Squirt.
days.
I still love Squirt.
That's still gross.
I tell you what, I never got more than 2 rotations on a Skip It, but I'll remember that commercial for the rest of my life.
right?
Do a beep bop boop bop bop.
Yeah, yeah, good times. Love that fucking
part of the
fucking
commercial
awkward, bud.
dude. You got to appreciate the fact that everybody turned everything into a cartoon so they could sell a toy.
Oh
Fuck
yeah.
yeah.
Fucking Ghostbusters, fucking
Yep.
TV shows.
Yep.
Like, I don't know what the fuck's
Dude.
going on here, but the action figures are awesome.
What was it? Attack of the Mutant
Attack of the
Tomatoes.
Killer Tomatoes.
Yeah.
They turned that into a fucking
Right.
cartoon.
Dude,
They turned
how
the
about-
Toxic Avenger into
I
a
was
cartoon.
just gonna say
what
that.
about the
I'm with
weird
you.
shit?
Creepy crawlers.
Street
Yes.
Sharks.
Yo,
Killer mice from Mars.
Oh yeah. Biker
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 mice
Mars
from-
from outer space.
Biker mice from
from Mars. Biker
Dude.
mice from Mars.
I don't remember that
Yeah,
one at
fucking
all.
Biker mice
It was,
from Mars,
it was
dude.
exclusively. It was weird. It was
Rugrats.
stupid.
Rugrats.
Oh yeah.
That was, Hey Arnold.
Dude, there's
Welcome
2
to the
more
random word
cartoons that
segment.
had random fucking porn in it.
Right.
Dude.
Exactly
The
what I was
Rugrats, the grandpa would
Was
always
always
come home
naked, yeah.
and but he would have like Playboys and fucking like
Homer Simpson had Play Dude magazine all the time.
yeah,
and
but
shit.
but Homer was talking to fucking Barney from the bar in Mo about
What are you talking about, man? The beer is out.
Page 2.
Don't.
but
You'll get there.
Grandpa always had like fucking porn. And what was the other one you said? Hey Arnold.
Wait.
I cannot imagine.
The kid that I do it to my wife all the time.
The kid.
He would come up behind Helga and be like,
and then she'd like
and she
punch
just
him
whack
right
him in the face and just keep talking.
We've
You're
all
like,
been
what
there.
the
We've all
fuck?
been there. So many broken noses.
punched in the face by a random girl named Helga.
What?
As,
I
well,
always
no,
have
no,
that.
breathed heavy down her neck.
Moxie.
He had a step stool. He carried it
Punched
with him
all
so he
her
could
shit in
breathe
the
down.
fucking basket.
I climbed on shit. It was the fucking 90s.
Oh, that's right. No, fuck seatbelts. That wasn't a thing.
Oh,
You-
no.
You'd fall over, break your fucking wrist would be hanging
So
over. You'd
have
be
you
like,
watched
"All right,
Bluey
kid."
yet?
Bluey?
Yes.
Oh,
No.
You need to watch Bluey. It's fucking hysterical. And so they did an episode on the 80s.
Okay.
So they're like, Dad, we want a bedtime story. He's like, all right, I'm going to tell you about a time called the 80s. Right?
And then it wait.
Good job, Sam.
Aw.
You got him going.
Oh no, that wasn't it.
No.
Yes, wait.
Yeah, and it did. And then it's like it's him
They're
young,
not labeled.
him young playing with his siblings and whatnot, and but like the whole time they're like, wait a minute, you did what? And it like flashes back and he's like, it was the 80s, man. Like we didn't have helmets and shit, and like everything that he said is just like,
I
okay,
feel like
this is
it's
hitting
like
way too close
a
to home.
cartoon version of the Princess Bride.
No, it's a cartoon version of fucking real
You fell
life.
for one of the classic blunders.
Out of curiosity, did I? I'm gonna guess where that soundbite was. Was it bottom right?
What one?
Your transition back to yeah. I've never even had those buttons in front of me. I knew where it was. I got a fucking connection to the buttons.
I fucking guess.
Feel
So.
better?
I
Feel
always
better?
feel good.
Okay, just checking.
I knew that I would.
I mean, we have two Procasters. We can put one in front of him so he has like 8 buttons.
Yeah, the top one really doesn't do anything. So
Right.
and it has
Yeah,
fucking
We
8
didn't
buttons on it.
intend to use it. It was just the default settings were still on it, and so it was just like, hey man, those are there if you want them. You know. So,
Okay.
okay. It's all
I had a
options.
story I was doing, and I don't.
You were talking about Bluey.
back in the
Bluey.
80s. No
But-
helmets.
So my kids think it's hysterical now. I was like,
Yeah.
hey, Dad, was that a thing in the 80s? No, motherfucker. We didn't have cell phones. Like, they're like,
Right.
did
Cool story, bro.
Was there an app for that in the 80s? No.
You did have cell phones, but you had to carry them in a briefcase, or fucking they stayed permanently
we
attached
didn't
to your
fucking
car.
have one.
No.
My dad wasn't rich.
No, we didn't, but they existed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But you didn't have apps.
No.
If you said apps, they thought you meant appetizers. Like,
I had walkie-talkies this big.
Yep.
There were AT&T walkie-talkies
Yeah. With a
like
leather
They
case?
looked like a phone. No,
Yeah.
I didn't have a leather case, but they had buttons on them like a phone. And they would occasionally pick up phone calls.
The old cordless phone because it was all transmitted.
Yeah, I would occasionally
radio
pick
wave,
up
like
fucking
UHF and
phone
VHF.
calls and shit. And it was like
My dad was in
boring, but exciting at the same time.
My dad was in telecommunications, so like we had gafting rigs just all over the house. So like, if I wanted to hear somebody's phone call, I just go pull and fucking tie in. We had a butt set. Like,
Listen,
I was
listen
good
to your
at it.
neighbor talk about how he's cheating on
We
his
did.
wife.
We did, dude. Like my brother and I would just do that for fun. It was incredibly illegal, but it was fun.
You ever see the things on the fucking reels of the doorbell cam? And he's like, this dude coming over and be like, hey, bro, I just want to let you know that your old lady's messing with you. Every time you leave for work, this car pulls in and this dude sneaks in the back. And then there's like the response video where he's like, I'm sorry if I fucked your shit up. Here's a case of beer. And he's like, dude, actually, you're
my
half
wife
right.
leaving.
My wife's leaving for work and the dude sneaking in the back door is for me. And he's like, oh fuck. It's Bud Light. I got to go.
Yeah.
Oh, the wife's telling me I got to get off. That's what's happening. I'm getting the fucking old sweet.
Karaoke time.
Hold on.
Sounds
I
like
want
it.
to
Is
touch.
Jenny even here?
Seneca said best
I don't know.
alcohol of the 90s.
Zima.
She said Aftershock. Zemo, or he said Aftershock.
Definitely
Zemo
not
was okay.
MD 2020. Ugh.
Yeah.
Dude.
Boone's Farm for the win.
You could also pick up phone calls when taping songs on the radio. I remember that shit too. Used to walk around my neighborhood with a scanner listening to people talk on their cordless
Oh
phones.
man, yeah.
Dude, it's crazy. All that fun stuff where like you actually had to like figure things out a little bit.
Right.
That's gone. Everything's too easy now. You just YouTube it and it tells you how.
I remember in like 2002 going on to a like a message board, and then you would have to follow message board to message board to message
Yeah.
board, and I downloaded and printed out a copy of the Anarchist Cookbook.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dude. We had Steve Sock on here and he was talking about like early days message boards and like cigars. So like
Right.
trying to like be a cigar nerd back then was a real bitch.
Mhm.
You know, today it's like join a Facebook group and you can find out what you want to do.
Yeah.
Like it's there. It's so easy to find out information. It's like it's not that hard for a lot of people to become surgeons at this point. They just won't have a
Right.
license.
You could figure out how to do heart surgery on a fucking horse on YouTube.
Well, what they say, like the one kid built
Or Rick and Morty.
Or Rick and Morty.
the one kid built a nuclear reactor out of in his garage
Uh-huh.
for a science fair. Built the reactor, powered it off of I think it was smoke detector batteries, and took it to school.
No, that's where you get the active material is in the smoke detector.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and that
It's
like,
not
and,
the
he, and he
battery.
ran it like he did it.
There was
a-
either an episode of Young Sheldon or The Simpsons.
yeah, and I'm like, but like this actually happened. Like this kid actually did this.
I watched a video
Come get it, Ryan.
where a guy made an X-ray machine out of a microwave.
Yeah,
On this episode of Things We Saw on the Internet.
Porn.
Yeah.
So-
So I was like, I don't know how to keep going on this. That's the reason for the incognito tab.
because I got here late, we didn't discuss what we're smoking next week.
It's correct.
So we have
It looks like something with a D in it.
we have the gentleman from Black Diamond, the app, my buddy Art.
Vandalay?
No,
Did they have those apps in the 80s?
no. But we have,
The ironic thing is Art Vandalay, George's made up character from Seinfeld.
yeah.
What was his profession?
He was
Architect.
an architect, yeah.
Well, no, we were talking. So
It all comes together.
he only smokes flavored cigars.
Acid.
So what are we gonna smoke?
Uh-oh.
I'm not smoking. an
Not what
acid.
he's
It's
smoking.
not happening.
We could.
Are we gonna
could
differentiate, or what do
try-
you want to do?
We try upsetters, or we can make him man up.
I
If he
mean,
wants to be on the show, play by the rules, motherfucker.
and he'll try it. He's cool about like that kind of stuff. But what I did is I was smart,
Why don't?
and I actually took a picture of every shelf one by one in the humidor.
Look at
Ooh,
that.
there's
I have a
guest
video.
next week.
You don't have upsetters.
Not yet.
Yeah.
They should be here this week.
Well, if we have upsetters, you have Charter Oaks?
Yes.
Because Charter Oak is at least an inexpensive cigar. That could be our we could do an upsetter and a Charter Oak in case we want to vomit all over the place.
I thought about doing.
Plus, I get more cigars.
I thought about having him do the Isla del Sol.
That's like more of like a chocolate or coffee type
Yeah.
of thing. That would be my preference as opposed to the cigar that tastes like Axe fucking body spray.
Yeah, we're not doing a Cuba Cuba.
That's
But,
the other show that I never aired. The guy I got the board from in the first place, he was like, "I'll do it if you smoke an ass," and I'm like, "Fuck you."
Or-
we never
or do-
aired it.
We would just want to rock some JFR Connecticut's. Very neutral, full. I mean, decent steak.
I'll do the Isla. Worst case scenario,
do the
I
Isla?
throw it down and dig into the box of Dino Ziffers any left by Friday.
There won't be. I'll be
I
bringing.
am on vacation.
That's why I said that.
You're gonna be smoking like 9 fucking cigars a day.
My wife is still
I smoked like
watching.
6 today.
What what's it? What is this? You're never going to make another cigar sale again if you talk like this in front of my wife.
I didn't bring it up. He did. Did you see how I just rolled past it or tried to?
You said 6. You're putting numbers.
I
out
said
of it.
I smoked 6.
Oh. And this is the part where Corey puts his foot in his mouth. The
This
favorite
is the
part of
where the
every
rap breaks
show.
down when it gets real intense and when it makes a sound.
Fortunately, my feet are not that big.
Who we welcome into the group?
We are welcoming the one, the only Muhammad Hawoodi. Maybe I like it pronounced that way. It's what we're
Hawoodi?
going with. And Alberto Arezamendi. Why not?
Ooh.
Yeah. And then participation trophy goes to, as long as you don't
I
say
have no
no.
idea.
Okay, cool. Rick Hassan Maddox. Well, sometimes you're like, yeah, no, that was a robot, or that guy's booty.
Oh, yeah, no.
You know,
No,
I
we're
was
good.
like, that was my clearing process of like, all right, let's make sure we're
Yeah.
fucking good. On
Oh, yeah,
this
that's
shit.
happened a couple times. Like, yeah, he turned out.
So, what'd you think of this cigar overall?
It was fantastic.
601, fucking yellow,
Look, Espinosa has a couple cigars that I'm not a big fan of,
5,000
but
boxes?
everything he makes is good. 500.
500.
500 boxes. All right.
And I sent an email to see if there's any more available. So make you feel better.
Wiggity, wiggity, whack.
Wiggity whack. But no, I enjoyed it. It, like I said, mine stayed pretty tight the whole way through, but not problem, but just on the tighter side of what I enjoy. So, but it was good. It was there was basically no pepper in it. You're basically talking into the mic at this point. Yeah, I was to say like you're basically into the mic at this point. So even me talking.
Well, he was
didn't help.
supposed to mute his mic and my mic.
I did.
Oh, well,
So-
no, it didn't matter. Y'all just loud.
Well, I mean, if you were talking louder and more thoroughly, we would cover it up.
Jonesy said he thought
Professionalism
you were
and whatnot.
pulling the money out to pay him for listening to this
Yeah, I
shit.
seen that. I seen that. You got to come get it, Jonesy.
Oh, come
You know how to get it. So my final thoughts, definitely, if not the favorite upper echelon of Espinosa cigars. I really enjoyed it. So if your palate aligns with mine, give this one a shot.
Hell yeah, man.
Absolutely do.
Bless
If you're in the PA area, make sure you check out the PACC and PCC Facebook groups where you can check out the local events that we got going on. Join us every Friday at 6 p.m. when we air the show live on our Facebook group, and you can jump on to thegalaxyboutique.com, search for Junkies to get our merch. Use code word Junkies for free shipping on everything site-wide.
Salud.
Salud.